For real? Oh, no. Let's go.
Boston
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this BA Day, December 9th, 2025. This sports program begins now.
Football!
Ladies and gentlemen, that cadence you heard comes from a man who has coached football for 47 years of his life. He's a Super Bowl champion. That is Bruce Arians. Thank you, Coach, for joining us. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt, a 9-year NFL vet supporting the Moose in his Game 7 project. That's Darius J. Butler right there. Good to see you, D-Butch. D-Butch, big night last night.
Huge night.
We had a quarterback do something for the first time since 1978.
Yep.
I believe is the year that it was. Oh, it was a good time back in the 70s. We had a quarterback throw an interception and then on the same exact play have a fumble on said play. So that would be 2 turnovers, 1 play. Those would be 2 of 5 total turnovers by said quarterback in Jalen Hurts. And that team still pushed it to overtime.
Yep.
And the other team needed to make a game-tying field goal and then a game-winning field goal to beat that team. Now, do we think that the Philadelphia Eagles are in trouble after last night's display of football? Certainly. Do we think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be able to win a Super Bowl again and go back-to-back? Absolutely not. But with everything that went wrong for them last night, they were still in that thing, and they could have beat the Chargers. Now, on the flip side, D-Butch, do we think the L.A. Chargers could potentially go? Do we think Justin Herbert's maybe this super handsome, tough guy that shows no emotion even after they get an overtime win in prime time on Monday Night Football? Do we think the Chargers, with Hampton back, this guy can move?
Yep.
Hey, this guy can move. He's a rookie. He's flying all over the place, back off of 4 weeks or something like that missing. Justin Herbert with a plate in his hand. Do we think the Chargers in Harbaugh can make a run at this thing in the AFC after what we saw last night?
I mean, I'm pretty biased. This is one of my squads. This is one of my quarterbacks. We went out there and visited him.
Every other game, by the way.
We love Harbaugh. Harbaugh's an unbelievable coach. So, yeah, Jesse Minter and his defense, they got a chance to compete. Both defenses played great. Both quarterbacks played absolutely terrible. Obviously, Herbert was dealing with what he was dealing with, a week removed from having surgery on his hand. And, boy, was he active with that hand. A lot of running around, made some throws when needed. But this is an ugly game. Do I think the Chargers can make a run? Yes. I think the AFC is still wide open. We looked at it yesterday while we saw the 4 teams at that point that can make a run in the NFC side. We looked at the AFC and said, hey, anybody can kind of make a run, and it's kind of wide open. So I think the Chargers do have all the pieces. If that O-line can play better, and that's a big if. So, yes, I am still in on the Chargers.
On that note about the offensive line, here's some stats from Hembo last night about Herbert. Yikes. He was pressured 22 times, 21 times he was contacted, had 7 sacks. Now, is he holding on to it too long? Maybe. I'm sure the offensive line coach would say that. Herbert has been contacted 170 times this season. That's 28 more than any other NFL quarterback. And last night, as he was moving up in the middle of the pile, obviously it would be contact, but maybe not a sack or whatever, he was using his left hand to push helmets of Philadelphia Eagles. These are Philadelphia Eagles players. These are big dudes, very great football players. And dogs, I think, is what they're looking for out there. And he was using his left hand a lot. I'm like, yo, let's relax. Then I think he did get he felt a little something.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He started falling a little differently as the game continued to go on to kind of protect it. And I assume they numbed it and everything like that. But it was an incredible display of toughness, But he's also going to have to show that for the rest of the year from what it seems like with these stats that are coming out. He's going to get his ass beat. Now, I don't know if you can win a Super Bowl having that type of situation. But let's go to the other side now. You talk about 22 pressures, 21 contacts, and everything like that. That's Philadelphia Eagles defense. You look at this Philadelphia Eagles team, there's stars everywhere. Now, obviously, they make a Super Bowl run, so whenever you have 100 million plus people seeing you in one particular game, obviously there's going to be more notable names. But you look around that roster, and it's like star, 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 stud. If PFF was to do their thing for the Eagles, there'd be a lot of single digits whenever their starters were starting, right, in rank in the entire league. And for one reason or another, it just feels different. So, Coach B.A., I ask you this. A lot of drama, always a lot of drama is what we always say, because that is kind of seemingly their MO in Philadelphia. Does that catch up when it catches up? Like, what do you think? Like last night, is that a game that they normally win, even if they have 5 turnovers, 4 of them being interceptions, and then 1 fumble on an interception play? It's like, what is the messaging to the Philadelphia Eagles if you're Sirianni? Or what is the messaging to Sirianni about the Philadelphia Eagles and where they are right now?
Yeah, I think they can overcome it. The 5 turnovers, some of them were balls off their hands.
Yeah.
That can't
business decisions, allegedly,
Yes,
which
indeed.
once again goes back to, like, what do you say to the team to save this? Because this does not look like a team that's going to win a Super Bowl or could win a Super Bowl. You talk about business decisions being made. I mean, if you're going to make a business decision, at least don't turn the ball over. Things well, just bat it down. Just be a little bit more obvious. Just kind of crunch down like this and just go nope and bat it straight down. Live to see another day. A.J. Brown did have 100 yards. Okay, he's had a couple touchdowns, has 100 yards. They lose those games for some reason, but A.J. Brown, still A.J. Brown, didn't have his best game last night for sure. But whenever you talk about the turnovers, whenever you talk about the team, when you talk about potential business decisions, when you talk about the drama that happens, like how do you put that fire out in the middle of the season? How do you go about doing that? And how do they kind of corral that to kind of finish the year off a little bit better?
I think just get back to what they did last year. Get back to the basics. Saquon had 120. Keep feeding him the ball. Do a little bit more play action. Get Jalen running a little bit more. And on design runs, they used to have the greatest empty package with him running the ball that there was in the game. Kelsey was always the center pulling on it. But get back to the basics that they won with last year because they're going to win with this defense. Vic's got the defense playing, But still, they gave up some big plays on defense they haven't usually given up.
Yeah, I think that's going to – Saquon Barkley got back into it. And the tush-push wrinkle, for a 51-yard touch. It was cool to see Saquon running again, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I almost wanted him to do that he did in the playoff game in the snow when he was going crazy. Us seeing Saquon wide ass running down the field, it was just, that became like very normal last year. And I forget the stat that was happening, but I guess there was he was averaging 2 explosive runs every single game or 4 explosive runs every single game last year. And then this year he's had 2 all years. The numbers were just alarming for Saquon Barkley. So you wonder, well, is it the offensive line? Well, the offensive line, obviously without Lane Johnson, a little bit different than whenever they have Lane Johnson. Is it the play caller? Well, this guy they say is not good. Is it Jalen Hurts not putting him in the right positions? But was he putting him in the right positions last year? Was Kellen Moore telling him what to do before? There's so many questions, and I have no idea what the answers are. All I know is I loved watching that Philadelphia Eagles team last year.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Good team.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Dogs everywhere. And the coach was hilarious. The coach gets on a microphone. He's hilarious. The coach wins a game, talks shit to his own fans, walks into the tunnel, talks shit to their fans, and then goes in the locker room, talks shit to the rest of the league, to the boys. It was a fun experience. And then drama started, obviously because they were running the ball more so than throwing the ball, which is why I think I also liked it. I like that we're getting back to this power football. I like that Saquon Barkley was able to tell the New York Giants, go to hell. I'm going to go in the division. I'm going to get paid more money, and I'm going to be the MVP and change the trajectory of football potentially by winning the Super Bowl. I loved every story. I loved everything about that Eagles team. And then they get in the Super Bowl, the biggest game. How are they going to do? They kill them. They just kill the Kansas City Chiefs. And then this year it's just been all seemingly bullshit. I don't know how you stop it. I don't know how you corral it. I don't know if people just don't like each other anymore after something that happened over the offseason. I genuinely don't know about them. Now, this is talking about an overtime loss where they had 5 turnovers and could have won the game. Had a turnover at the very end, driving into the touchdown to win the game. So it's this team can win every single game. This year just feels different for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't like it at all. I haven't seen Big Dom happy.
Yeah.
I saw Big Dom in warm-ups. He was in the back, kind of doing his thing.
Saw a lot of Big Dom.
Yeah, you always do.
Hope he's not a front runner.
Whoa.
Front of the camera runner, maybe.
Well, there you go.
You're saying runner 2 front of the camera? Well, that's because he's got to protect the boys. You never know what's on the other side of Dom. He might be blocking something. Yeah, and that's how I view Big Dom. I love Big Dom. I want to see Big Dom happy. I want to see Big Dom doing his thing. I want to see the Eagles being the Eagles and the Eagles that we think they can be.
I don't want to see Big Dom. How about that? I don't want to see it.
Point not to.
No, I'm done with it. I want to see more Saquon banging his helmet. I want to see Jalen Hurts celebrate with A.J. Brown. I want to see Devontae Smith. Those are the Cooper DeJean running picks. That's what I want to see. I want to see Quinyon Mitchell locking guys up, Jalen Carter back on the field. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Big Dom. I don't want to hear about his meetings.
What about a sprinkle of Big Dom? What about a little sprinkle of Big Dom?
Yeah, the Super Bowl parade. When he's making sure all
well,
the
how's
boys
he get to the Super Bowl?
Getting home safe and all that. Because we're talking about Big Dom, it means it's a problem.
No, we talked about Big Dom a lot last year. He won the Super Bowl because he was a pretty big part of it. He's back on the sidelines doing his thing. So, okay, maybe less Big Dom, more all that other stuff. I agree. More shots of Bradley Cooper up in the stands. Happy.
Yeah.
Giving speeches. What do we have now? Well, we got a movie coming out from Bradley Cooper that's very good. We watched it in here a couple of weeks ago. But I'm not really seeing any Bradley Cooper speeches about the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you?
No, I'm seeing a lot of Uber Eats commercials where he's got an Eagles jacket on, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of him getting the boys riled up before the game.
We got scripted Coop
Yeah.
in these commercials
Need live action Coop.
at Philadelphia Eagles games.
Yeah.
But we can't get that anymore because this team's just full of drama all the time. Sirianni will get him right.
I don't know.
What?
I hope so, but it's just,
we can act like they could go, but I think like a big part of it too is like Saquon had one of the 3 best rushing seasons of all time last year, so that maybe masked a lot of deficiencies. And he's been a little bit above. He hasn't. I don't want to say a little bit above league average. He's obviously still unbelievable, but like that's a massive drop off, and it's not the same.
It sucks, to be honest.
And it's a tough, boring watch.
Yeah, Houston Texans can't be on primetime. We love them. We love the Houston Texans. Their defense too good. Like they at home, Houston Texans can be at home on primetime. Houston Texans away on primetime, their defense is going to get that stadium to boo their own team within the first quarter and a half or so. And then people at home are like, this game stinks. Offense can't do anything. That's a star. And their own fans hate them. It's like, no. Their own fans, I think, are just their natural reaction to watch this Houston Texans defense is, we're not going to do anything today because that's how good that particular team is. And the Eagles now have become that as well because there's no more just all drama, which I guess we could enjoy. Chargers on the flip side, great uniforms.
Great unis.
Great unis.
Yep.
Great display of toughness from Justin Herbert. I don't like that he had no emotions. Coach, wins the game, overtime. Defense gets their 5th turnover, 4th pick. Boom, right here. This is first down, by the way. Have a lot of time to potentially go score a touchdown, win this game.
Throw it away.
How do we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles if they win this game, which they certainly could have? Cameron Dicker had to hit a big ball at the end of regulation to send it to overtime. Then they're driving to potentially score a touchdown. Chargers defense, very, very stingy. I mean, shout out to the Chargers defense for the night that they had. We all put that on Jalen Hurts as opposed to also, hey, somebody had to do all those plays. Justin Herbert after the window, no emotion, none at all. We like that, we don't like that. What are your thoughts on it?
No, I love it. Yeah, my damn hand hurts a lot.
Oh,
but we just won this son of a bitch.
So you think he's thinking about the hand? I didn't even think about that.
I shouldn't have been pushing them guys off with his hand. Next week, I'm not doing that shit.
How do you feel about Herbert? Because I think the prospect of Herbert was tall, athletic, loves ball, can he handle the moment, was like the conversation coming out of Oregon. I think we all think, yes, he can, but they haven't really since he's been going. Now, there's a lot of things around him that have obviously caused those events, but what are your thoughts on Justin Herbert, the quarterback? We love him around here.
I think he's one of the best and not the best thrower in the league right now. And, I mean, some of the throws he makes, because he's always moving, because they can't block anybody. And his athleticism shows up all the time, but he's running to his left, and he just throws one sidearm back to the right like it's nothing. And he breaks all the rules. Don't throw it back over the middle when you're scrambling. Hell, he completes them all the time.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an outlaw, isn't he?
Yeah, he and Patrick Mahomes, they have that off-platform ability that none of these other guys have.
He don't really get talked about much in that particular aspect there, D-Butch. Nobody's talking about Herbert's, because in L.A., Matthew Stafford's there. So Matthew Stafford can obviously spin it. Herbert, big, tall, athletic, good quarterback, tough quarterback is kind of the conversation. Arm talent, B.A. says, needs to be talked about a little bit more. Anything else you think?
No, we talk about it. We talked about his arm talent for sure because you see, and that's why I fell in love with him. That's why I became a fan of the Chargers. Literally seeing him play from day one when he was thrown in action after Tyrod Taylor got stabbed in the chest before the game. He's made, and even in, I think his sophomore year going into his junior year, Oregon, he was kind of like the guy that was going to be like that number 1 overall pick because of all of those physical tools. Like the big, was a 27-point comeback I think the Jags had against him in the playoffs. Like that's going to be over his head until he gets to the playoffs and makes some things happen. So that's kind of what's going to be talked about with Justin Herbert until he gets over that hump. But as far as physical tools, as far as like being a leader, I think he became more of a leader when Harbaugh came over in different ways. But he has everything you want from the quarterback position when it comes to like building the quarterback on Madden, doing all the things. The guy can run, guy can make all the throws, guy that teammates love. He has all those things.
Here's how Dan Orlovsky described last night's game. Hurts was awful. The Eagles are in shotgun. Way too much. Okay. Herbert is an animal, champion, warrior, legend. Didn't know which word to use, I think.
Hell yeah.
Again, he was also in the middle of monstrous university last night.
So good.
So he's just trying to think of clever ways to describe different things. He tossed 4 of those things together and say just whichever one you want to pick. It's kind of a finish your own sentence deal. Herbert is an animal. Good. Herbert is a warrior. Good. Herbert is a legend. Good, is what Dan Orlovsky wanted to say. He loves him. I think you've loved him since the beginning.
He stunk last night, though.
Herbert? Yeah.
I think obviously both quarterbacks did. Maybe they were overtaken by Wazowski and
Mike Wazowski and Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that? Did we watch that?
Oh, yeah. It was unbelievable. Wazowski in the slot, first of all, offense and defense problem. You should have seen his China route. It was one of the best I've ever seen. And then Sully, I mean, can you say enough about a guy who's scoring touchdowns at running back and coming off the edge? Ty made a salient point just about how Eagles not chipping Sully. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You kind of have to have at least 4 eyes, 4 hands, 4 arms on him. But Wazowski's got to be able to see over the line. I mean, Sully is jumping routes all night long.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, well, not even that much pressure. More of Wazowski just kind of panicking, you know. And again, when he does get the rock in space, Wazowski, see ya. Those flames are real. And Sully, again, he kind of ended up edging out. Wazowski probably.
Okay, so which one's which? Just so you're doing.
Wazowski is the green guy. That's Sully. And Sully, like I said, he was everywhere for the Chargers. He blended in a little because of the baby blue jerseys and his baby blue fur. But right there, boom,
that play by Wazowski.
he's in Wazowski's pocket, and that is something you can't teach. And when you look at Wazowski,
where's he going?
He's going to celebrate with his boys. That was the game-sealing interception. Wazowski, I mean, just a terrible route. Wazowski, I mean, he's
late throw too, though.
Late throw for sure, but Wazowski also had his hand up early, so it's not
Giving it away.
Yeah, completely kind of selling it. And again, Sully, you can't. And again, I would like to say, you know, hey, I'm kind of fluffing this up for Sully and Wazowski. He runs a good corner, not a good slant. But Sully was just
He might have a hurt right foot.
There's a chance.
Yeah, maybe that's why he couldn't do it. Maybe he couldn't get going. So I tried to watch, and it was on commercial.
Yeah, they're about 15, 20 minutes behind the actual game,
Yep.
which made it difficult. But
Was that the actual score down there? Because remember, Orlovsky said we're not doing scoring.
That was not true.
Okay, because that's why I did not want to go over there. Because
Right.
I was like, I'd like to know the score of the game.
I was expecting the same thing, to have a bunch of goofball shit on the bottom with how we were doing the score, and then, you know, I was shocked to find out, no, we're playing football here. This is Mike Wazowski versus Sully head up, and a lot of people would argue that the better man won last night because Sully was all over the field, dominating the game from multiple different positions.
All right. Well, I'm happy to hear that everything worked out well in the Monster Universe. Where did that game take place?
That was at Monstropolis. Fantastic city. Very scary. Fantastic, though. Clean.
Sold out.
Sold out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone in Monstropolis showed up, dude.
It was.
It looks like it's about 6,000, 10,000 people there. Monsters, I guess, would be the proper term.
But
much smaller population.
Well, and the flying monsters do not get seats. They are rotating outside. You can kind of see how they're looking through the glass. Yeah, bingo.
The looking glass, got it.
What, the albino monster?
Who's on what team? Why didn't they have jerseys on? They're just so.
Well, Mike Wazowski's green, Eagles. Sully's blue.
I'm talking about the crowd. I'm talking about the crowd. Crowd just seems to not know what they're even.
They just want to see good ball.
They're just celebrating the whole time. They might be the best fans in all.
International crowd.
Yeah, a lot of Rob fans.
So it's just like an event.
Yeah, Europeans.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, shout out to Monstros University.
Yeah, Monstropolis.
There it is. That was unbelievable
and
work.
it was hilarious if you watched it. How serious Dano was taking it. Watch this route by Mike Wazowski right here. I mean, it was like laugh out loud funny the entire time. I had a ball every time I flipped over. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch the whole game on here, but Dano is really selling that they need to do one of these every year, and he needs to do it.
Foxy has a little audio here.
Defense that is unlike anything else. Look at Mike Wazowski get vertical. We call this a corner route. You go up straight and then.
Yeah, clean. And they really need, and I know they'll never
Great work,
do it.
Dan. Yeah. That's why Dan's on all the shit. Great work, Dano.
So good.
So good. Call him. Yeah, please call him. What a performance out of Dan Orlovsky. That might be his best stuff.
Joe and Troy, respectfully,
need
to get over to Monstropolis. I love that they're doing the actual game. Let's swap. Because
You want Dano and actual Monday Night Football?
Yeah. Well, no one's going to watch it. Because if Wazowski and Sully are on the field, guess what everyone's watching? Wazowski and Sully.
I will be excited to see what those numbers are. The couple of them have done like really well.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. CBS had what? The
slime game.
That was kind of the beginning of this whole thing, right? Because Nate.
Oh, the MVP.
Yeah, that was on Nickelodeon. Drew Brees' last year.
Nate Burleson.
Yep. And Ian Eagle.
No, and also the kid.
Oh, Lex Lumpkin.
Yeah, the kid killed it. Remember, he was like from India, I think.
Yeah.
Kid absolutely killed it. I remember us watching that. And I was very appreciative of the fact that they're trying to maybe open the audience a little bit. And I like the fact that everybody doesn't just get pissed off about it.
Yeah.
It feels like everybody football people could just get mad about something being different. It being in a completely different location, set up in a way now that everybody understands what it is, basically 10 minutes behind is crazy. That's going to be very tough to keep up with, but I like that this is and has become an option. And it sounds like last night you guys smashing success.
Dude, I'm going
to watch it back, obviously, for film purposes whenever I judge a Chargers going down the road.
Yeah, not to mention for scouting purposes when, the Colts run into Wazowski. But I'm not kidding. It was so entertaining.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Monstropolis, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, Dan. Oh!
What up?
Hey, the boys were pumped with how serious you took Wisnowski's break.
Wazowski!
I'm sorry.
Mike.
I am so sorry. The boys are very thankful for how you went about doing your job last night, as if you were calling an actual game. They're very appreciative. Ty said he laughed out loud numerous times listening to you break down both Sully and Wazowski's football play.
Ty texted me in the middle of the game. He's like, why the something aren't the Eagles chipping? No, why aren't the Eagles chipping Sully? He's like, what's going on with it? So, dude, I had fun with it. I honestly think, I don't know, I tried not to take it too football serious, but it was every play. I was like, I'll throw it to Mike Wazowski. I'll throw it to Mike Wazowski.
All right.
It's a strategy.
Hey, what do you think of the game? Have you seen the actual game? I don't know how this works.
Wazowski didn't play, actually.
Yeah. He had 4 turns. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude. I would tell you, honestly, the monsters element of it, my wife sent me 3 videos of my son Madden just losing his mind. I really only do it because of my son Madden, because he loved, with his autism, this is his favorite thing in the world. And for example, he woke up this morning, who won the game? And he's become very passionate about the Eagles. So it's hey, dude, they lost in overtime. And he was starting to get angry. I was but in Monstropolis, Mike Wazowski and the Eagles won because the chair canisters. And he was like, oh, okay, good. So it was fun. It was fun. Football-wise, I've watched the tape, yes. I actually like a lot of the things that the Eagles did offensively. Right. I was more okay.
No, go on, Dan. This is very Orlovsky monstrosity.
Wazowski tape, though?
What's that?
I was much more encouraged from the Eagles offense last night than I was many games this year.
From the play calls, the offense, or not Jalen? Just the play calls or everything?
Just the play calls, the style of offense. They were way more scheme diverse. They had way more route options. There were guys open more consistently last night than there have been all season. Now, are there things that you sit there and go, gotta fix? Yes. The first interception, that is the chaos play, where it's the pick, the fumble, all that stuff. I would say this is, once again, it's very similar to the Chicago play of last week. This plays bananas. But if you remember the Chicago play of last week where Jalen Hurts and Devontae are on different pages, and they missed that touchdown, it's almost the same exact thing. One, it's empty. There's no backs in the backfield. The defense pressures it. Jalen throws it to A.J. Brown, and I would sit there and say, Jalen, this is the second week in a row. We're in empty. Defense pressures. There's nobody in the middle of the field 20 yards deep. If you get to the line, we got to be able to see that and say, no, I'm not throwing, because they drop a defensive tackle out. So one, you got to grow in kind of really what the answer is for empty. Yes, that. The second pick, it's on Devontae Smith. He falls on the curl. That's where the ball should get thrown 100% of the time. 100 out of 100 times that ball gets thrown there. Good play by the DB.
Great play.
That pick's on Devontae Smith. The third pick goes off A.J. Brown's hands. People are calling it a hospital ball. I call it a tight window throw. Would I like it to be 6 inches lower? Absolutely. Should A.J. Brown catch it? Absolutely. And then the final pick, it's a forced throw. Yeah, so I'm putting that one on Jalen Hurts. Probably hand the RPO off in that situation. But other than that, dude, I thought the play action game was a lot better. There's a missed touchdown throw on a post route that he's got that he doesn't pull. So I walk away watching that tape going, I'm more encouraged about the Eagles' potential offensively than I was over the last 4 or 5 weeks, just because it was the most diverse scheme that they've presented, and I think there's a lot of good to build off of.
All right. Well, we appreciate that analysis. So he had 2 picks and a fumble, but obviously one of those picks and a fumble came on the same play in your eyes. The team had the other 2 picks that lead to the 5 total turnovers for the Philadelphia Eagles. But you liked how they're using space. You liked how Patullo was calling a little bit of a surprising game. You like seeing Saquon in a wide ass open off the tush push kind of decoy. We like seeing that because that was like reminiscent of last year. I like hearing that you say you like more stuff because, boy, watching Saquon do that took me back to the good old days with this Philadelphia Eagles team.
Yeah.
Last year. Him in the nobody around him. The camera even was like, oh, yeah, we were doing this last year all the time. It felt like it was, a trip back in time. And then, they lose.
You'll see more of the rest of the season, though, with their schedule to finish out.
Yeah, I think some of the runs were really good. I would have run it more. I will reiterate for the 3 billionth time this year, go under center more. Stop living in the shotgun if you're not going to run the quarterback, or go heavy RPO. Put the quarterback under center more. But I know it's a loss, and I know that the stat line and Jalen at the end of the day poor. Yes, I think that there's a lot of good that can be built off just kind of at least the X's and O's part of what they did. What's this? Jalen Hurts. Yeah, there's too much shotgun. It makes me sick.
All right. Well, get better, okay? Because we need you. You're having a great season. What do you think about Phil Rivers potentially being a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts? I didn't like the way your NFL Live, Emmy Award-winning, super NFL crew reacted to the news last night. Now, Scott Van Pelt obviously trying to do his best to do his thing. Jason Kelsey, Ryan Clark, Swagoo.
Yeah, Swagoo is not happy.
Swagoo.
Dumbfounded.
Just an immediate, and Troy saying, I think I could give you 1 game if I had to. I'm not taking a pay cut. Well, if that's what you're worried about, Troy, we're not worried about you. Okay, if that's what you're thinking about. But on that note, Troy, if you can spin it, you look super healthy right now. And I know you've been drinking that healthy beer. Maybe you can do it. He knows the offense. We're going into week 15. Okay, so there's a lot of conversation about what quarterback should the Colts think about signing, because obviously our backup quarterback for a large portion of that game last week in Jacksonville was Tyler Warren. So we have Rippon on the practice squad. They worked out a bunch of quarterbacks, including Phil Rivers. I think Sam Ehlinger was also a part of the workout. He, with the Colts the last 3-4 years, knows the offense. I think that's the most important thing at this stage. Now, Phil Rivers, he was playing with T.Y. Phil Rivers is currently a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame, which means you haven't played in 5 years. So, that means he has not played football in the NFL in 5 years, not taken a snap, has not gotten hit, has not done a practice, has not done any of that, which is why he's up for the Hall of Fame, which if he was to do that again in play, he would push the Hall of Fame another 5 years, which Phil Rivers might still be playing them. We're not 100% sure. Dan, your thoughts on Phil Rivers? Because I'll say this, knows the offense, okay? Shane Steichen was with him in Los Angeles, as was Frank, which is why it was the decision made years ago for him to come here. He could definitely still spin it. We know his high school football team won to the state championship, lost that game.
Okay.
So he's been around it. He's been winning. He's got 10 kids now and a grandbaby. What do you think about Phil Rivers potentially being a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts and leading them to the playoffs? Thank you.
Yeah, if Riley Leonard is healthy, I would go with Riley Leonard. I don't know what that looks like. I actually thought Riley played pretty darn well given the circumstances last week and threw it well. God bless Philip, 44. I have no idea how he is capable of even doing an NFL workout, let alone going and playing in an NFL game.
Built different.
Leading him to the playoffs feels like a stretch.
What?
I'm fascinated the fact that he actually is entertaining this, let alone it might actually happen. 44 years old, dude. I'm flabbergasted.
That might never happened before in the NFL.
Well, hold on. There has been 44-plus-year-olds that played.
Testaverde?
Not only him, Steve DeBerg. You remember how he could spin the ball? Steve DeBerg was all over the place. He's 44. Tom Brady was 45. And then let's not forget Western Pennsylvania legend, George Blanda. Now, he didn't start. But he was 48 years old on that football field making plays. One of his final games, he had 3 passes. 3 pass attempts. He's
3
also
tugs.
the kicker. Nope, 1 completion, 1 interception, and 1 incompletion.
Okay. Slinging it, though.
2 out of 3 of them didn't touch the ground. And that's what 48-year-old George Bland was able to do back in the day without the modern science. Warren Moon, obviously a little bit more mobile maybe than Phillip Rivers, but also Warren Moon, absolute dog, could still play right now, Warren Moon, if he had to. So I appreciate that. And then you put Phil right up there. That makes sense. It's happened before, Dan. Just because you can't do it, okay, doesn't mean
I can't do it. Yeah,
Steve DeBerg could do it. Phil Rivers can't do it. You don't think he stays young? I think he's got a 2-year-old at home.
Yeah, he does.
He's staying young.
Where's Drew Brees right now?
Yeah,
in that booth.
I mean, it's still 44 years old, man.
I'm
Still
38.
44, dude.
I'm 38, and I thought about it. And then I remember they're probably going to drug test me on the way in. Yeah. It's like, well,
You wouldn't pass?
might as well not hurt my shoulder. Go ahead and fail that thing. All right, you're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Look
at Wazowski here. Now, there's some other news around the Indianapolis quarterback market that I've learned of. Danny Jones will be getting his Achilles surgery this afternoon in New York. Godspeed to him. And I got a chance to chat with him since the injury happened. And I just relayed the message to him. Thank you, man. Thank you for choosing Indianapolis because there was a higher offer elsewhere. Chose Indianapolis because he thought he would have an opportunity to play and to start and everything like that. He does. Immediately upon entering the building, kind of becomes a leader in there, becomes somebody that everybody has faith in, wins the starting job, I think long before it was announced publicly that he was going to be the starter, goes out with the boys, drinks with the boys, hangs in the locker room. Everything about him and what he was for the Colts is what we needed here after everything that was happening maybe in the years past in that building with the culture in the locker room. And then it worked. It was working very, very, very well. We're the best team in the league, best offense in the league. We're going to win the Super Bowl. It was the top headline coming out of NFL Week on this show for 6 out of the 8 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looked like. Defense was flying. Danny Jones was putting him in the right position every single time. Jonathan Taylor was scoring 2-3 touchdowns a game. Now, was that happening last year? No. Was Danny Dimes' potential knowledge of what was happening pre-snap maybe setting us up to do that? Yes. Was everybody else buying in because we had a quarterback that they knew we could potentially go win a Super Bowl with? So does that help the culture? Yes. Everything Danny did whenever he was here in Indianapolis, and I think I speak for a majority of people, very thankful for. Very, very thankful for. And we all think it sucks what happened and how it went down. The fractured fibula that just lingered and then exploded whenever it happened to happen. And then the Achilles 2 weeks after that, it's like, that's a tough ending for something that was so special. And we're very appreciative for Danny Dimes. And I wanted to let him know that. And Achilles recovery is long and it sucks. But I think Danny has proven he's a dog. Guy walked off the field, and I assume he'll attack this. So Godspeed to him.
Yeah, I mean, in the 8 football seasons that we've been here, at least for myself, I will say it was by far the greatest Lucas Oil's ever been. It wasn't even close those first 7-8 weeks when they were the best team in football. There's no question about that. For you guys, as far as the building goes itself, how will his free agency kind of go? Is this something where the Colts will bring him back no matter what, or what do you think?
Coach B.A., that's a good question, actually. What are your thoughts? Because this is, 10 months?
Yeah.
Then immediately after, who knows? Because we've seen people have to – Aaron, I don't know if he would say this or if Doctor said this, but it felt like it took another year afterwards for him to maybe be able to – he's moving now.
Yeah.
Just scored a great touchdown and everything like that. Still able to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge his way through a game. But it felt like he was a little stiff maybe earlier. I think other people have said that in the past as well. Because he's going to be a free agent after this year, what is the standard operating procedure here, you think, for the Colts or for Danny Dimes?
Yeah, I think for some teams, I look back at the Bucs and we re-signed Chris Godwin with his injury, and because we knew what we had. I think the Colts know what they have, and I would be willing now to be a bargain basement price on another 1-year deal. But if they're smart, they'll get him signed quickly.
So next year, we don't know if he's going to be able to play next year, maybe the second half of the season or whatever the recovery would be. I don't know if they've even put a projection out. He's getting surgery today. If somebody could tell us what that is, that would be cool to find out. But I don't think next year he's playing, right? Because of how late in the season this happens. Yeah, so then it's like, if he's a free agent after this year, does he even want to sign a deal until he's potentially back? Because why would you lock in? Unless it was the Colts that were like, hey, you are going to be next year. So then do we have Phil Rivers run this shit back next year for 1 year? Like, what do we do for the 1 year gap that would potentially be happening? And I think any team is kind of looking at that, right? This is like, didn't Dame just sign this to go back to Portland?
Bingo.
Where he's going to miss like a year, but they signed him back. And once again, just like Godwin, they knew and they know what he is. It's like, do we know Danny Dimes? I think at this point we do, but it was such a quick relationship.
Yeah, they know him obviously a lot better than we do, but it's happened with Dak. They signed him after that ugly injury he had. But, it was such a quick relationship. But with the revolving door that we've had at quarterback, and they, the big three been around them, Chris Ballard, the team, just to see how it changed, how he played, how he acted as a pro week in and week out. I would think they would try to get something done. We don't have the timeline, and we know every injury is different. I'm not ruling him out, as far as playing next year. I think, like you said, second half of the season is a possibility because you just see some of these, like Stephon Diggs, his recovery, Cam Akers when he tore his Achilles, how quickly he came back, and some other guys. So I'm not going to count it out. I don't know, what Dan Jones's recovery is going to be like, but I hope he gets back out there. But he was, so good. I can't see the Colts not trying to get something done this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, he was great. But if you're
but
Dan,
like you said, if you're Dan,
do you want to even, because when he gets back healthy and gets announced healthy, and there's organizations that are in ass situations, I think Danny Dimes' stock will be up.
Yeah.
After what happened with the Colts, even though the last couple of weeks not great because he hasn't been able to move. But it's like, if you're Danny Dimes, do you want to commit to a place because you're talking about the price? It's like Colts also have to sign Jonathan Taylor. So we've got a lot of money to a lot of places, also have to sign Jonathan Taylor. And then the quarterback position we have to figure out yet again. It's like in the quarterback, I know the Cleveland Browns have that jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it, but at Colts, this great, hey, I just want to let you know, whoever made this photo, I think it's at Colts VZN, Vizen, at Colts Vizen, I think is who made this. I saw this yesterday. It broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It broke my heart because I go through all of them. I'm like, Matt Ryan, we had good times there. Sam, holy hell. Carson Wentz, good for you, dude. Then there's Riley, there's Phil, there's Jacoby, there's Foles, there's Gardner, there's
Gardner almost had us there.
Man, Jacoby
was set.
The Navy SEAL.
Anthony Richardson. Now Danny Dimes.
Shane Bouchel.
Maybe. Put him in there.
Sometimes to go forward, you got to go back. But Danny
Phil Rivers.
but yeah.
Thank you. That is exactly what we're doing. But I don't hate the move. I like that Chris Ballard and them are trying. Okay, because we have to find somebody that can run the offense. That is first and foremost. Because there's other vets around the league. Okay, are we calling the Bengals saying, "Hey, Joe Flacco, love to have him"?
This is bad.
What's that?
This is bad. I might have been a little boozed up last night when I tweeted we're back.
I retweeted it.
Yeah, sorry.
Pat McAfee reposted. Right there at the top.
Now that clear mind. It's a joke.
What?
Yeah, we're right back where we were when I was sitting up here in the same mic or that mic defending Jeff Saturday getting called in there to be yeah, why not? He's a leader. He knows the organization.
Bring it back to
He can rally the guys. He can get the boy. It's a joke.
Come on.
Dan Jones, he broke his leg a couple weeks ago. We should have been calling everybody at that point. Should have been calling it XF, GF, UFL, whatever that is.
Yep, you nailed it.
Getting those guys in to come try out Canadian Football League.
Don't quit like this.
We should be calling that Phillip Rivers.
What's
head
our record?
coach,
8-1?
grandfather.
8-5.
We're 8-5.
Phillip.
10 get you into days.
And I love Phillip. I played against him.
Hit it. That's all he needs to do. That's all.
Who we playing? What are the defenses we playing?
All right, let's get. So on that note,
because I forgot.
Let's get to a segment that we do every single week. We'll start with the third one, actually, Foxy, because I think it kind of flows into this particular conversation right here. You mentioned it, D-Butt.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for BS or No BS with BA. BA is Bruce Arians, a man who coached football for 47 years, both at the college level and the NFL level. He's considered the quarterback whisperer, worked with all the GOATs. We kind of throw a quote into the air that has been said, and then he tells us if it's BS or no BS. Here's one.
Mm-hmm.
Is this BS or no BS, BA? Grandpa Phil Rivers can lead the Indianapolis Colts to a Super Bowl.
That's BS, brother.
Oh,
what?
When you look at, they got the Seahawks, the Niners, the Jags, and the Texans.
What's that?
The Seahawks, the Jags, the Niners and the Texans. I don't think Phillip can make it through that. They better have another guy signed today.
Oh, jeez.
There's a thought that maybe
They do have a great offensive line, but, man, that is 4 tremendous defenses that get after the quarterback's ass.
So Seattle, that's good news. They're not going to play. Is that in Indianapolis?
No, it's in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
But they don't really have anything to play for, right?
No.
They
do.
They can still win this.
San Francisco 49ers. Who's their defensive coordinator? This guy sucks, right?
Well, Bob Saleh.
Oh, he's like the best.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Fuck. Texans, their defense is not that good, though.
No.
They don't get to the quarterback either.
Well,
no, they do actually the most in the history.
11 Sullys out there running around.
Yeah.
They're literally the best defense
Ain't no
maybe of all time.
Wazowskis.
They're comparing them to the Bears.
Yep.
And then the Jags, they don't do well against us, right?
No, don't. Although they were pretty stout Sunday.
Oh, yeah, they just beat us.
Yeah.
And that's our last 4?
That's your last 4, brother.
Go on, Phil. Go on, Phil. It was his birthday yesterday.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Here's a gift. You get a chance to play Seattle.
Maybe his last
Then
one.
Niners. Don't you talk like it. As a non-Super Bowl champion, yeah. Seattle, Niners, Texans, Jags. What could go wrong for any offense, let alone one with a guy who hasn't touched the field in 5 years? I don't appreciate where your head's at. I don't like what happened to you.
Me either. I hate it.
You collapsed right there.
I hate it. As soon as I got in here, reality hit me. Maybe it's Moose's hoodie, man. I don't know. Reality just hit me.
Cobb, yeah, could be Cobb. Okay, let's go to the next one, shall we? The second one. BS or no BS, BA. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, BA. Justin Herbert's got a busted hand, a golden arm, a handsome-ass face, great hair, and a team that maybe can go on a run here. Is that BS or no BS, BA?
I think that's BS too, my brother. And
What the
great win last night. But again, you got the Chiefs, Texans, Cowboys, and Broncos.
Ooh.
All right,
damn,
those are not very good to go up against to try to make a run. And you got to win every damn one probably to get in.
Isn't it crazy? I mean, the Cowboys obviously NFC team here, but the AFC's tough. The AFC defense. They got a lot of them, it feels like. So you're going to get exposed on whether or not you are a great offense or a good offense. Like, that is what's going to come down to crunch time here. And it's good for the teams that have great offenses. If you have a great offense right now, it's going to come alive because in these games against great defenses, you're going to be able to score some points. If you get to 20, seemingly, in most of these games, or 21, you're going to be good, especially with the defenses that you have. But having the Texans on your remaining schedule, not good. Okay, that is not good for your offense. Denver Broncos on the schedule remaining, that is not good. Going into the season, Broncos will win the Super Bowl. Why? Because their defense is so good. Yep. That is why we will do that. Cowboys defense is figuring it out. And then the Chiefs, I guess, anytime you play them, you got to worry, especially for the Chargers. And I don't like that I've just immediately said that the Chiefs are dead right there. But it feels like they are. I don't like that one bit. But for Herbert, here, what do you think? Do you think it's BS like old BA said?
Tough. We just talked about it earlier. The big glaring weakness on their team is that offensive line. And if you look at the offensive line and who they're going to have to face down the stretch, those, 3 out of those 4, Spags is going to test you. He's going to blitz your ass until you got to stop it. Cowboys, who knows? Texans, Denver, those are 2 of the best pass rushers in the league. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough road.
I think if they scratch out the Chiefs and the Cowboys, their only hope is that Broncos have the division locked up and don't play anybody the last game. That could sneak them in.
Then they'll get, 12? That'd be a lot of wins.
Yeah, that's where it is going to get interesting with the end of the season because the Patriots and the Broncos, that 1-seed race is so close that everybody might be playing all 18 weeks. Like even the Patriots finished with the Dolphins, I believe, in New England, and that might be a game where if the Patriots don't play anybody because the 1-seed's locked up, the Dolphins might sneak in or vice versa.
All right, let's go to the last BS or no BS with BA. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, the AFC North is going to have 3 new head coaches in it next year. Every single seat in the division is as hot as ever. Is that BS or no BS, BA?
I think that's no BS, brother.
Whoa, that'd be a huge move.
Whoever wins it gets to stay. Now, the betting favorite would be the Steelers, but if they don't, the way shit's been going on in Pittsburgh lately, big win last week. But my pick last week was the Bengals, and damn, they had it too. They had it up in Buffalo, and my man pulled out his cape, Josh Allen. And
he's the best.
But, I think this division is going to go right to the last game. And, again, at least 3 guys could be gone.
Okay, so when you talk about could be gone, that would mean that they would step away because I think Harbaugh would have to make that decision in Baltimore. I think Coach Tomlin would have to make that decision in Pittsburgh, right? Wouldn't that kind of have to be a coach-decided thing?
I don't think that's ever a coach's deciding thing.
Really? Even in those two situations?
Yep. I think it's time. When it's time, it's time. And, unless they're going to retire, okay, that's different. But you're going to get fired. If you have come to a mutual relation agreement, that's getting your ass fired. First of all, you ain't coming back.
Yeah, I understand that. But I think the way it's been talked about, especially with the Steelers, and I assume with Harbaugh as well with Baltimore, because it's basically similar kind of runs and trajectories, it's like they are going to be the ones who decide when it's over, is how it's always been chatted about. Let's go to Hammer, Todd, AP Tone. Isn't that kind of how it's always been talked about? Is like basically those coaches will decide when they leave. And nobody in Pittsburgh thinks the Rooney family will do it. I just want to let you know that, right? Isn't that kind of the way they think about it?
I think BA agrees with that as well, too, if I had to take a guess.
Totally.
So on that note, that would have to be Coach Tomlin kind of being the one saying that he thinks the time is up, right? And that would be a wild move by Coach Tomlin for everything that we know and how Coach Tomlin kind of operates.
Yeah, I agree, but like, at what point is he tired of hearing all the outside noise? Because I know he probably thinks that, he's still one of the best coaches in all of professional football, and Schefter's reported on it that there's no chance that the Steelers fire him. So yes, I agree with you. I think it would have to be a Tomlin stepping away situation.
How about Baltimore?
Yeah, I agree, because the two organizations are so similar. I don't know their ownership or the front office as well as the Steelers side, but like the organizations are so similar. When a coach is there that long, they're not obviously not going to do it in season. Is there a chance after season? It'd be like a mutual parting of ways is probably how it would be phrased. But there's always the chance.
I understand that, but do you think it's different with Baltimore? Because I think, D-Butt said it yesterday. Going into this season, people were like, hey, that's the best roster in the NFL. Like, this team should be either in the AFC Championship or win a Super Bowl. And injuries are obviously a thing, but the Steelers, they did a lot of stuff, but I don't know if anyone after they signed Rodgers were saying like, hey, the Steelers are going to go win the Super Bowl this year, other than Steelers fans. I think around the league, people pointed at the Ravens and were like, hey, this team, that's been the discussion constantly.
And if you get on Reddit, there's some stuff being said.
Ravens were favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lamar's having by far his worst year. And there's some stuff Reddit.
What's Pagano doing?
Joining us now, he's got to be thinking the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, senior insider at ESPN for the NFL. A man who might have a little bit more clarity on this particular conversation and all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Schefter.
Schefter, how are you?
Oh, no.
So I was driving home from the vet. We got Bailey in the front seat. She's got a little bit of infection, so we got to get that taken care of. We're driving home right now, so I appreciate you putting up with me.
No, I appreciate you making the time here. Please tell Bailey the dog. That means Godspeed. We hope the dog is. We hope you're okay. Lower third. Never mind, we missed it. No, we're gone.
Keep guys on the road.
Yeah, please drive, folks. We appreciate you. Nothing can happen to Bailey or to you while we're with you. Once we're off, you do whatever you need to do. Now, on that note, BA, during his BS or no BS with BA segment right there, just said that he thinks there's a chance that 3 out of the 4 AFC North coaches could be changed out going into next year. Winner gets to stay, other 3 potentially move on. Do you feel like that's a potential reality? Because the way we view the Ravens and the Steelers is almost like the coach is going to be the one that kind of decides those types of things. Do you agree or not agree with this?
I think in the case of Tomlin and Harbaugh, they're almost like tenured coaches, like Supreme Court justices. And I don't know if they get to stay as long as they want, but I think they get to have a heavy voice in that. And I think whenever it comes for them, they'll sit down with ownership and the two sides together will figure out what they want to and not want to do. Now, John Harbaugh just signed an extension last offseason. Not that money matters in the NFL these days, with all that franchises are worth and what the owners are worth. But he just did an extension within the last year, I believe. So I know that season might not be going the way that people had hoped and planned, but I mean, he's John Harbaugh. That's the way that I view that. And I view Mike Tomlin the same way. Like, these guys have been there so long that they deserve a certain amount of respect. I understand that questions will come up and speculation will be raised, and that's just the way the business operates and works for teams that don't win on a regular basis, particularly ones that have the great reputations and traditions that those franchises do. But, I don't think both are leaving at all. I wonder if one will even leave. And then, Cleveland, there's always going to be questions when they fall short. Get at whoever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think when you say it like that, I agree.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Since then,
yeah, I agree because that's a long time. Yeah.
Browns, yeah.
Cincinnati just does it.
Yeah, Zach Taylor.
Make a lot of changes usually.
Yeah.
Can people at home hear him? We can hear him.
Cincinnati.
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, perfectly.
Can you guys hear him in the back? We can hear him.
We got him.
So maybe just
Great
people at
point he
home
made
can't
about
hear
the Bengals. I agree.
Yeah, and then when he was talking about way back when, it was like, I took a trip back in time to those things. It was a good time.
Baltimore Colts.
I don't know if he has service. He does not. Let's go ahead and hang up on him, I guess. That sucks. I really wanted to hear about Phil Rivers.
Yeah, Bailey. It was just passenger seat, finally.
Yeah, somebody's asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Bailey's been asking about that AFC North coaching situation for a long
Yeah,
time.
weeks now.
And then Schefter just is forced to answer it now while they're driving around. I do appreciate high and tight on the seatbelt.
Got to do it.
I was high and tight on the seatbelt.
I mean, does that really matter if you're on FaceTime?
No, certainly not.
I also don't know if it's high.
Well,
high.
If you hit a telephone pole, you're not going to go flying through the windshield. I guess that would be the
true.
Good point.
That's pretty cool. But the issue is, I think that in that case, the telephone pole is also coming to you.
Good chance.
Yeah, he should be focusing on driving.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm happy we're not talking to him right now. That's just like when somebody parks on the side of the road and we're talking to him. It's uncomfortable for us.
I hate it.
Has to be for people at home too, watching.
Yeah.
When that truck 18-wheeler used to come around the bend on Kirk Herbstreit's car, I pulled over the side of the highway here to talk to you.
I'm good.
No problem at all. I told you I'd be good. We're good. And then in the background, Jake brake coming down the hill, car shaking.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. That was scary times.
Very scary.
Can't be doing that.
No.
Schefter right there. That was freaking me out. Because I've seen Schefter jump. Now, he is older and he can run.
We saw him race at the Fanatics Fest.
Exactly. Didn't pull a hamstring.
Wheels.
Finishing a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to wonder how much we should respect his athleticism to be able to do what he was doing at a good level.
Well, he's on his phone 24 hours a day. So I would, if anyone is good at doing it, he's probably halfway decent.
And to be fair, he did have good eye discipline.
Yeah,
he was talking, but he.
Yeah, as he should. He's following rules. Yeah. We're happy you're all right, Schefter. And you too, Bailey.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get some BA's game balls, shall we, from the weekend. BA likes to crown a game ball winner, one from the AFC, one from the NFC. The reason why we do this is every Monday, basically, every Monday in every team meeting, there is a game ball presentation that takes place. It's a big deal. A lot of juice comes in there, maybe even a little shit talking. Game ball gets thrown out. It's a big deal. People take it home, put it in the office. They do that entire thing. This isn't exactly that, but it's certainly an honor of a lifetime to win one of BA's balls. Who are the winners of the BA game balls this year or this week? Let's start with AFC.
Josh Allen.
That baby Josh. Congratulations, Josh Allen.
Hell yeah.
Put the Superman cape on and took it home, boy, by himself.
He's a special guy, don't you think, Josh Allen? How tall he is, how athletic he is, and whenever the snow's on the ground, it feels like we're in the middle of Josh Allen's season. That's how we kind of titled it yesterday.
It's amazing what he does in the snow.
Okay, so whenever they draft him, he's tall, he's got big hands, he can throw hard. That's on purpose because they have to deal with Buffalo, you think?
And from Wyoming, so he's dealt with the elements a bunch.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news out of the Indianapolis Colts organization. Phillip Rivers will be signing with the Indianapolis Colts to be leading the Colts into the playoffs and potentially to a Super Bowl. That is according to my source.
Says.
All indications and all reports last night out of the building when Phillip Rivers came up to Indianapolis on his birthday after a call from Chris Ballard saying, hey, we need somebody that knows this offense. Can you still spin it? Phil Rivers was on the Dan Patrick Show before this season started and talked about how back in 2021, 2022, there was a couple teams that were calling late in the season, so he stayed in fighting shape. And then he never officially retired. And then when Antonio Gates went into the Hall of Fame, he was recording a bunch of videos and he was like, hey, can I just do the whole retirement thing here now? And then he was asked, can you still spin it? He go, I might be a little heavier now, but yeah, I could certainly. I still put the pads on every once in a while. I still go out and feel it, how I feel it. Well, he's going to be doing that in an NFL game for the first time in 5 years. He's currently a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame. That'll go away. That'll be pushed for another day because what he needs to do now is continue to build his Hall of Fame resume. Super Bowl champion, still lingering, lurking in the future with this Indianapolis Colts team. Now, is he going to be able to move? No. Was he able to move the last time he played for the Colts? No. Led us to the playoffs. It was the best we had since Andrew Luck retired. Is he 44 years old and a grandfather? Of course he is. He's got 10 kids. At some point, one of his kids is going to have kids. What do you expect out of Phil Rivers? And on that note, I think he's more humbled now. I think he feels even better now. I think his shit talking is at a max and maybe even up to date because he's got kids through every single generation.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him drop a 6-7 on one of these young little lads and kind of blow their mind. Look for the Indianapolis Colts to make a run here, okay, for Phil Rivers. Phil Rivers won't be the one running, but the Colts certainly will. D-Butt, you were in on the internet. I saw it. Yeah. I reposted it last night.
Don't believe what you see on the internet.
You were at just a few moments ago. Mm-hmm. But on that note, knows the offense. Can hopefully put us in the best position for every single play. Mm-hmm. Riley Leonard was able to run, able to throw. I assume he's still there if we need him. Maybe they just don't think he's ready to be the guy yet. And they view this as a season they have to make the playoffs, I think. Like, I think there was a lot of expectations for, I don't want to say jobs, but the future of the Indianapolis Colts going into this year. Big three, new ownership. 3 Irsay daughters take over the team full-time because Jim Irsay passes away. Rest in peace, Jim. We all miss and love you, brother. But on that note, this is their team. They've invested a lot of shit, gave up first-round draft picks, paid a lot of people. They think they're still in it. 8 wins still. Yeah. Right now they have 8 wins. Mm-hmm. So they make this move. You think they made this move. Why? And what do you think ultimately this means?
I mean, honestly, they made this move because they felt like this was the best option out there. And you look at the quarterbacks available. I mean, only guy that comes to mind is like Ryan Tannehill. So they probably, and the thing you mentioned and most important at this point on the week 15 is he knows the offense, he knows the checks, he can get in and out of protections, he knows what Shane wants to do. So that's a good thing. But 5 years is a long time. 44 years old. I mean, we saw Tom do it, but that was Tom Brady who had never stopped playing. So this is huge. This will be a huge challenge. But he will be on the same page with the coach, and we'll see.
Coach B, your thoughts quickly.
Yeah, I think what you just said, Tom was playing.
Yeah.
And never stopped. Stopping for 5 years and coaching high school ball, it'll keep you in a little bit of shape, but it ain't NFL shape.
So
I think he's going to struggle.
Okay. Everybody has those thoughts. The Colts have been struggling.
Yeah.
Can the Colts get back on track with the Rivers wagon? I'm hoping so. We got primetime Monday Night Football game. We haven't had that in a long time. 2 weeks in the Loud House.
That's awesome, yeah.
Let's go ahead and get after it. Seattle's defense, Niners defense, Texans defense, Jags defense. Want some? Come get some from fucking Grandpa. That's what we got. That's all we got. It's time to go. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Congrats, Phil. It's great to have you back.
Here in Eugene, smoking on some new green, changing up routine, gratitude, truly.
I'm all the way in Eugene, smoking on some new green, changing up the routine, gratitude, truly.
Feel like new school, Dean, life's pretty cool, G. 3 jobs, Eugene's tank top, blue jeans.
So this is insane. I'm the 5th guy ever to ride this motorcycle. It's a 1996 Fat Boy. They've been doing it since 1999. It's called the Leader of the Quack.
You can call me the leader of the quack right now. Quack, quack, quack.
The guy currently, his name is Matt. He's a dog. He's wearing a different jacket today. And he told me to wear the one he's wearing. This is a Grateful Dead one, so I'm going to wear this one. Leader of the Quack coming in 3, 2, and...
Move shots, view screens, movie star, 2 scenes, bank account, juicy, cancel, you me, ugly man, spooky, folks watch, who sees, hating folks, dookie, yeah, you waiting for. Yeah, you waiting for, dookie, yeah, you waiting for. I'm up here in Eugene, smoking on some new green, checking out some new scenes. And you hating for.
Were you the one that I beat the hell out of tic-tac-toe and Rochambeau?
I just beat him at tic-tac-toe. Hook, line, and sinker. You're the worst tic-tac-toe player of all time.
Yeah, get out. Undefeated. Completely different. You guys came down into the thing. Boom! Go!
Go! Go! Go!
Make me wanna put my hands up and hang my heels up and smoke some tree and give me the Oregon Ducks to get a huge win today. A little bit softer now, 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 a little bit louder now, a little bit louder now.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, what? Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Home Phil Rivers, starting quarterback. Hour 2 of the program begins now.
Football!
That's right. That cadence can only be done by somebody who's an expert at football, like Philip Rivers. That's a man who is a 47-year football coach. Bruce Arians, Super Bowl champion.
Hell yeah, coach.
He's Super Bowl champion. Phil Rivers now has an opportunity to do that with the Indianapolis Colts, as he is a 44-year-old starter for the Indianapolis Colts going forward. Signed on his birthday, it appears, which was just yesterday. First time in 5 years he'll be a part of NFL action, and I want to let you know we're pumped up about it. This guy can spin it, he can talk it, he can live it, and we'll see if he can do it. Now, tough defenses around the corner. Seattle Seahawks, their head coach is a defensive guy. They're very good.
Very good.
Very good.
All right, around.
San Francisco 49ers, they have an old head coach as their defense coordinator who became a head coach because of how good he was as a defense coordinator, and they got a good defense regardless of who's hurt. That's in primetime Monday Night Football at home against San Francisco 49ers. Texans defensive head coach, DeMeco Ryans. Really good. Best maybe in history. Maybe the best defense in the history of the NFL. That might actually be how the season ends for the Houston Texans. So you got Seahawks, you got the Niners, you got the Texans, and you got the Jags who would just beat us. That's all they do is just beat us. That's what Phil Rivers is staring down. Phil Rivers got grandkids. You think he's scared of any of that? Absolutely not. This man knows that the first ballot Hall of Fame conversation that he was about to be a part of wasn't probably going to go in his favor. It's probably going to be working against him a little bit. Now he says, hold on. I can go win a daggum Super Bowl? Yes, you can. Jonathan Taylor's still in the backfield. That offensive line can still do it, and they definitely will. And they're going to have to. Very, very well. They're going to have to win the Super Bowl, actually. We got Michael Pittman still. We got Dahn still. We got dogs all over the place. Alec Pierce? Yeah, right, Phil. Just throw it. The great white hope will catch it if you just put it to his half of the field. And then on the defensive side, yeah, we're out two corners that we made massive plays to go get for the foreseeable future. Ward's out. Again.
Yeah, for
maybe.
Oh boy, JSN this weekend.
Didn't even talk about that side of it.
Gonna need you here, Sauce.
Well,
you better
if Phil can do it, Sauce can do it.
Yeah, you better pick up. You better stand up, Sauce. Don't want to hear about no calf.
Sauce needs to get healthy. Okay, Sauce needs to get healthy. DeForest Buckner needs to get healthy. That defense is certainly going to have a tall task with Sam Darnold reincarnated as a great quarterback here, as he's been for the last couple of years, and maybe a wide receiver who's going down to be one of the greatest of all time. So it's a tough road, but the Colts still got to hope that they can make the playoffs in the Super Bowl, and the Colts are trying. And that's what I like. Phil Rivers announced on this show as the new quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Talks tables here at Boston Connor, Nat Ty Schmidt. Yeah, Connor, life's good for you, huh? Young quarterback.
Yeah,
new coach, culture kind of setting in.
But we had this conversation this morning. I mean, there's guys in this office that are already thinking like, Gunnar Rivers might be a really good quarterback for our franchise going forward. But I love that they're trying. Now, the Colts doing it is cool. I just had a very scary thought of Nick Emanwari coming off the corner and Phil Rivers maybe not seeing him, or maybe thinking that he's got an extra second or two. But times have changed. But seeing those highlights, I mean, shit, if the Colts bring T.Y. Hilton back in too, him and Phil might light it up.
T.Y. coaching in high school, by the way. So maybe actually T.Y. would like to say he could play probably for the rest of his life. He could give you a game or two if he needed to for the rest of his life because of his athleticism. So maybe we do get. I think J.J. Watt also playing for the Texans in some of these clips. So I mean, there's stuff that's gonna. He's not actually. You were looking. I don't like that.
No. He's. I look.
It's been 5 years. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's a super. Is he really? Jage was playing for the Houston Texans. He's right at the bottom of the screen. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh my God, he had a whole different career with another team.
What? Yeah, his last year was the COVID year, right? With the Texans, I mean.
Did he go back to the Texans?
No. Nope. That's before Cardinals, before retirement, before media career, before ownership of multiple soccer teams in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, join us now. This guy might have a cooler head on this entire thing. All-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, a man who has an immense amount of respect for the new quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. I know that because I know that he knows ball. Ladies and gentlemen, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah. Dude, you guys are wrong. I don't know why you guys are sitting here worried about it. Phil might be 44 years old. He was never, was he Michael Vick early in his career? Like, come on, the dude can still slang it. He still knows what defenses are trying to do. So I think it's a great pickup. I mean, who else are they going to get? There's nobody else out there.
Hell yes. I feel the same exact way. I want to let you know. I feel for the situation. Now, if this does not go well, okay, I was there, vastly different story. Peyton Manning, training camp. I get summoned down to the training room. I've told this story before. Had a great offseason. I had a great offseason. A lot of fun this offseason. I had a blast. Punter for the Colts. Peyton Manning's quarterback. Life's pretty good. I get summoned down to the training room, into a back room. Peyton's got wires all over his shit. It is a dark room. Okay, and I'm basically told the information like, hey, I'm not for a while. We've got to get this figured out. Oh, no, I say. I am not prepared to be doing my job as much as it appears as if I'm going to have to do. Now, we would be about a game and a half away from breaking the all-time punt record that season. So my immediate response was the right one. Like, oh, no, we're about to be working a lot. I hope you're okay. We signed Kerry Collins out of the hunting. I think he was in a blind. I think he was actually in a hunting blind whenever he was called by Bill Polian. Bill Polian had him in Carolina, so he still had a connection. Kerry Collins was very retired, very okay with whatever his life was at the time, having a blast. Okay, just who knows? Okay, out there doing it. I like Kerry. He was really cool to me and very nice to me. And I mean, there's some stories about Kerry Collins just getting after it, whatever it is, that whole thing. So Kerry Collins also could spin it. So Bill Polian wanted a veteran quarterback whenever it was kind of learned and found out that Peyton wasn't going to be there anymore.
Oh, I remember.
So he brings in Kerry Collins. Okay, so Kerry Collins is now our quarterback. I'll tell you what, that did not last long. Kerry Collins, okay, we're right here. And I think it was JJ maybe week one. I think it was actually JJ Watt.
Yeah, I got
clear, bang, boom, head off ground.
I'll holler at you.
Yeah. Good season, Kerry.
Concussion. And I don't know if it was week one or week two or his first game or second game or third game, however it ended up working out. But I know we called him out of very retirement, forced him to play.
Oh, no.
I think they made him an offer. I think they made him an offer that was like very good. Like Kerry was like, I'm not doing it. And then they were like, how about this? All right, man, I guess I'll have to do
See you tomorrow.
And then he gets just absolutely.
I think Kerry had some concussion issues like earlier in his career, though. I don't remember Has Phil sat out ever or had any situations?
I'm not talking about Phil Rivers getting concussed. I'm just talking about when you bring somebody out of retirement.
What if they yank him from the Hall of Fame nominations?
Just for what?
It goes so bad. Like, geez, Louise, I can't believe we even nominated this guy.
Oh, you think 5 years from now they're going to remember these
Yeah,
next 4 weeks?
What happens if this situation happens to Phil?
No, that's a negative way to look at it. Wait
What if he
until
wins a ring?
Bingo.
What if he gets a ring and then he's guaranteed in first ballot? We know that.
Thank you, AJ. That's Super Bowl champion. I'm thinking about maybe dusting off the old cleats to get on this Phil Rivers Super Bowl wagon that we about to. I wouldn't pass any of the tests, but I would at least be maybe on the team whenever I can kind of, at the end, spin my way into getting a ring. But yes,
He'll be an emergency quarterback too. So
I'm worried.
what if he goes into Seattle? Daunted Seattle Seahawks defense and fan base and everything. Team unbelievable. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. They're actually a part of the NFC part that we can see and beats them.
I can see it.
Phil Rivers undefeated right now as the Indianapolis Colts quarterback as a grandfather. Then all of a sudden we got the Niners in primetime on Monday Night Football. What are they going to talk about all day leading up to that primetime game? Oh, Phil Rivers last week against the Seattle Seahawks defense. Nobody saw it coming. Skipping rocks all over the place. They actually picked him up and carried him down the field. He threw a deep ball to Alec Pierce. They were worried he wasn't going to be able to get there in time for a delay of game. So Jonathan Taylor put his ass on his shoulder.
Leftwich.
Carried him down, dropped him into the shotgun. He did it again. That was our 2-minute offense. Boom, boom, boom. That's how we beat Seattle. Then Monday Night Football, prime time. Who's the coordinator? Bob Saleh. Well, Bob Saleh isn't sleeping for 2 weeks knowing that 44-year-old Phil Rivers got him in prime time. So all of a sudden we beat Seattle and San Francisco.
Oh.
Hold the phone. And I don't know if we have the Texans first or the Jags first, or the Jags first, then the Texans first.
Jags, I believe.
Yep,
Jags first. Phil Rivers knows what they've done to us and everything. And Phil Rivers coming off a 2-game heater, which he's going to be on.
Yeah, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns.
Dadgumming everybody.
Yeah.
So many dadgums.
So much gum.
Oh, my God. And kneeling it out, talking snuff before the final snap.
Yep.
Oh, these young bucks have no idea what's coming out of this old man's mouth. He's been elite trash talker for 20, 30 years, I guess, pushing 40 years now.
Yeah.
He's been an elite trash talker pushing 40 years now. So the division games at the end, let's just go ahead and say we beat the Texans, #1 defense in the history of the NFL, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, gets in the playoffs. All of a sudden, next time Phil Rivers is up 5 years from now, I think they say, and remember, as a 44-year-old, he went into Indianapolis, took down the 4 toughest defenses to end the regular season, got into the playoffs, won the whole fucking thing. Built him a statue. Got to be first ballot. That's what's possible.
So tear down the Peyton.
Next to him.
Put up the Phil. Oh, okay.
Next to him.
Why not us? Why not?
What's more
Punch.
possible? What's more possible, the Kerry Collins ending or the movie ending you just laid out there?
I saw Kerry Collins, and that was a documentary. I was right there in the middle of it all. So it's going to be hard for me to say that something else is more possible. Because
There is a chance,
You
though,
got me.
D-Butt, right? You're saying there is a chance, though, that Phil leads him to a ring. D-Butt?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a chance.
I'm in now. That whole scenario, it just played out as you were saying it. Closed my eyes, kind of saw the movie real running. I'm so in.
Think about Seattle. Think about Seattle, him going in there, the loudest place. And Phil's actually doing this number here before the first one. Man, it's great to be back in here. God. Yeah, it's all happening.
It's Darnold with a, hey, good luck today, Sam. Darnold just does not recover.
Oh.
Seahawks finished 10-7.
Ghosts.
Yeah, everywhere. Holy hell.
He is, yeah.
What are their odds to win the Super Bowl right now?
I don't know. Let's go to Hammer. Don. Hey, P-Tone, what are we looking at here?
They had to jump up.
Need to bet them.
What was it and what is it now? That's a good question, actually, D-Butt.
I actually looked at it a couple minutes ago. The odds to make the playoffs have not changed. The odds to win the Super Bowl have not changed either.
The books are sleeping.
Yeah, they're slow.
The books are sleeping on the job. We got to take advantage of these bums. They are in the middle of their holiday season. They don't have as many people working. They're not moving the line at all. Right, dude. Yeah, right. B.A., I don't fucking like the way you haven't been talking about this at all in a positive way.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely. He's a quarterback whisperer. We need to.
If Riley's healthy, is Phil starting? Or is Riley starting?
You think 44-year-old Phil Rivers is coming to be a backup quarterback?
Somebody reported that yesterday. I'm just asking a question.
Okay, I mean, maybe Phil Rivers really loves the Colts. And he says, you know what?
Or maybe Phil Rivers is looking around like, shit, our high school season's over. I need to get the hell out of here. 15 kids in this damn house. Where the hell? Does anyone need me? Does anyone need me? And then he gets a call. He says, "Oh hell yeah, I'll hold the clipboard. Shit, I might play this week. I mean, I'm not ready, but I'll put the pads on."
Maybe Riley does start this week. To get Phil back in the game.
Colts are 14-point dogs at Seahawks.
Jeez.
What was it before the
Phil's
announcement?
got to start.
I think
Phil's
it's been.
gotta
I don't think it's changed.
No respect.
It might have got worse, to be honest.
I mean, we just can't have a Brosmer situation. We can't have whoever's going out there throwing just willy-nilly, diving around, throwing the ball. We can't.
Now, Philip will not be a problem situation with Philip out there.
The only worry.
Let's have some respect here.
The only worry is that Phil is just 2 beats behind. That's the only worry, is that maybe he isn't up to NFL timing or rhythm, but it's like riding a bike for Phil.
After the first quarter, though. After the first quarter, he's going to be right back into rhythm.
Why Phil over Peyton, though?
5 years.
Why was it not Peyton? Why Phil over Peyton?
I mean, that's a good question. We'll have to ask Chris Ballard that.
Yeah.
We'll ask
What about Tom Brady?
That's a good question.
Did they knock on Tom's door to give him a call? Like, honestly, that's an
Good
option.
call. He's getting paid a lot by Fox.
7 could still sling it. Now, I wouldn't want to see that, but
I did mention Roethlisberger's name. I believe whenever this whole conversation was happening, I would like to see Ben Roethlisberger potentially as a starting quarterback for the Colts. I know, but I don't know if he knows the offense.
Sure, he knows every offense.
I mean, there's a chance he certainly knows how every offense works. The words in the everything like that,
verbiage,
I think, matter the most. BA, what is it about knowing the offense that is such a big deal, you think, for this signing? Like, why was this so important to find somebody who obviously they have a relationship with, Shane Steichen, Phil Rivers? I think Shane Steichen cut his teeth in this business with Phil Rivers as the quarterback in this world. Why is that so important? Just because it's very difficult to teach people new words, new verbiage? What is it?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. And, you only got 15 seconds to get them out of your mouth, and you got to know what they mean. It's like, I'm reading this wristband. What the fuck's it mean? Okay.
Well, then how about your first reaction to when something happens on a defense? Is that something that Phil Rivers will be able to do with this offense? Like, if this happens, then I know I'm doing this.
He knows the checks. He knows where the ball's supposed to go. It's just getting it done. I mean, the mental part of it is going to be super easy for him. He's been in this system. He knows a lot of trust between the coach and him. So that part's easy. That's just the actual physical ability. Is it still there?
Adam Schefter is reporting before the Colts can determine how soon Phillip Rivers can play, they have to see how he feels in practice on Wednesday and Thursday. But there is this. Rivers has played in this offense his entire career, so it's expected to be more of a physical question than a mental one. We know, Schefty.
I hope this is a delayed Ragnow situation.
No, don't you say that. That Ragnow situation was sad for the Detroit Lions.
Well, we messed that one up. I mean, our doctors need to just say, hey, Frank, you want to play football after not playing for only like 6 months? Yeah, you're cleared. You look good. I don't care if your hamstring is hanging off the bone.
Yep.
We need you. Get in there, Frank. And
No, that's not what we need doctors to do.
It's a hammy, though. It's a hammy. It's not a knee.
Yeah, let it go.
That's one of the injuries. I assume they were like, hey, here's one of the scans that you can't do. Remember, he had this one.
You broke your
this
throat.
one, this one.
Heel bones on
He
your
had
big toe.
Frank Ragnow had every part of his body broken, and he was still playing, which is why.
Yeah.
Mad respect to Ragnow.
Yeah, and if
that's
the Colts-
first ballot. Ragnow is first ballot.
Yes.
Needs to be football dude and also football player. Now, the Lions just saying, hey, here's your hope. Putting a picture of him up there, knowing damn well there's no way this guy's going to be able to pass a physical.
He's back.
That's what he was running out of the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they said. Boom, Ragnow, the guy you love, the guy that epitomizes everything about the Lions.
7-7.
Here he comes. He's coming out, and you had everybody go, what's this mean? What's this mean? And then all of a sudden, Ragnow's back. We all lose our mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then what, 23 hours later? Turns out Ragnow actually can't accomplish what that picture was right there. His hamstring has been shredded multiple times, and it's the same exact physical that we gave to him 6 months ago, and we decided he couldn't play. It is the same thing now. Like, I hope that's not what happens with Phil Rivers, because, boy, I thought you guys put Ragnow in a bad spot up there in Detroit, personally.
Ragnow was back. And then we had the Packers the next day on Thanksgiving. I thought we were going to win that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything was going to be solved. We were going to go to the Super Bowl. Turns out none of that happened. But if Phil Rivers plays this weekend, it just goes to show the Lions could have said, Frank, you're good, you're playing.
Yep.
Phil's a grandpa. He's 44. If he gets hit once,
What's
who
that have
knows
anything
what's
to
gonna
do with the
happen?
physical and failing a physical and your scans showing that your
no
muscles...
way that guy can play football right now. There's no way. He's 44. He's a grandpa. One hit. Who knows what can happen with his life, okay?
So you think the Colts doctors, who I would like to say are very good at their jobs, and the Colts medical team are going to say, listen, Phil, probably going to die out there. Go on. You think they're going to turn a blind eye to Phil Rivers?
Phil would take it. Phil would take that bet.
Phil
He's okay
forced
with
him to.
Old school.
Ragnow wasn't? You don't think Ragnow's doing? I think there's some sort of restrictions.
I'm blaming our doctors, not Ragnow.
You sign off
Ragnow
on
wanted
it. You
to
sign
play.
off on it, you're good.
Yeah, you can't hold Ragnow.
I'll sign a waiver that if I'm dead, I won't hold you. My family won't sue you.
That's soft. Hamstring. Pretty broken throat.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think that was just one of the. I think that's the first one that they said we can't clear you. Now we got all these others, but let's just start with this one. This is a fail. Your hamstring gone. Okay, not good. Now remember, here's other body parts that we have yet to go through. This is your chest, this is your throat, this is your back, this is your hip. This is just the hamstring. This one right here, we can't clear you. These ones certainly add to the case, but this can't happen. That's what the Lions doctors did. Now the Lions doctors didn't understand. They needed help in the middle of that offensive line.
Big time.
Yeah, MCDC got wind of them failing them.
You said somebody should have told him, AJ?
Yeah, someone should let the doctors know what the plan was. Like, hey, guys, I don't know if you're going to watch it. We could use this dude.
Yeah, and he knows it too, so don't be showing him those. Just tell him, like, hey.
I think Ragnow thought he was going to pass the physical. That's what I would like to know, what his thoughts going in.
Blind. I wonder if he thought, like Foxy, like, they won't fail me for this. Sure, I can't run, but, like, I've never been able to. I can't move my arm, but have I ever been able to? No, just we need a little of this, a little bit of that. Get me in the game. Get me in the game. And all of a sudden, I'm a monster.
Game's gone.
Game's changed.
MCDC should have did the physical.
Cough.
All right. Well, I like what the Colts did. I like it.
Gotta get through practice.
They're trying.
I like that they're trying. Yeah, making an effort, understanding that we can still go. Let's try to go. So the big three, by the way, once again being like, well, what's the plan? What are we doing? Well, we're going to run Riley out there. And then Carly's like, I'm at practice every day. That guy's good. I don't think that's a starting quarterback, is it? That's potentially what Carly's saying. And they're like, you're right. Then they walk down the hallway of broken quarterbacks that we've had. That one. This guy's got no life but ball, right? Let's call his ass out. And that's Phil Rivers standing there like this on the hallway, right outside Chris Ballard's office and Carly Ursay's office, right here. And they were like, he's been staring at us this whole time. Gets in the building on his birthday. I heard giddy to see everybody.
I don't doubt it.
A lot of relationships in that building, same people.
Still some more teammates on the team.
That's why the tweet said all indications are he's going to be joining the team, because the entire convo was like, if Phil wants to, is basically how this is going to go. And then the way people were talking about how he was acting last night, it was like Phil loved everybody in that building. Phil very much happy to be back. So good luck, Philip, and good luck to Daniel Jones on his recovery from the Achilles surgery that is happening today in New York. All right, let's get to some game balls from BA from week 14 of the NFL season. Let's start with the AFC. Let's start with the AFC, BA. Who is your game ball winner?
Oh, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Superman catch. Yep. He did it all. Put him on his back like he always does in the snow. Beautiful Buffalo win. But he was unbelievable.
You like the Cincinnati Bengals going in, I think, because you like Joe Burrow so damn much. But then do you forget that Josh Allen's on the other side whenever you're making that decision? Or why do you think?
No, I mean, I'm looking at Joe Burrow light him up for like 3.5 quarters, and all of a sudden, two unbelievable blooper interceptions. One's a touchdown, switches the whole game around. Then, without Josh, the Bengals still win the game.
Josh Allen, best quarterback in the league?
One of the top three.
Okay, is it hard to just say best because situations are situational?
Yeah, each team's so different, but I say this. He carries his team more than anybody else.
So the V in MVP is certainly something to chat about with Josh Allen.
All the way.
Most valuable player, Josh Allen, is very valuable to the Bills.
I would say he is the MVP. Yes, indeed.
Again.
Of the league, yes.
Congratulations, Josh. Game ball and MVP designation. All right, let's go to the NFC for the game ball from BA. Wow.
Puka Nacua.
Congrats, Oos. We love you, man.
Maybe the best hands in the business, but definitely the best run after catch. That's for sure.
Yeah, he runs angry. He's tough to tackle. He's seemingly very much in sync with Stafford all of the time. Has been since his rookie year. Hey, he talked a lot of shit on Indianapolis. I don't love that. But then he went out there and went crazy like he always does. Puka, he's top 5 wide receiver in the league.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's to me he's the best run after the catch. But his deep ball is so sneaky. he gets behind people more than you give him credit for.
Devontae Adams does what for him?
He kills you in the red zone because if you're going to stop the run, he's one-on-one, and he's going to beat everybody out there.
But how about for Puka? What does Devontae do?
He opens him up a lot. And when they put them together on the same side, it's simple. 2 against 3, throw it to the one-on-one.
Yeah, so I was about to say, so having him opposite Devontae is always the conversation, like having him on the other side because safety has to look to the opposite side potentially. Maybe you open up for Devontae, maybe you open it up for him. You're saying you put them on both on the same side, all of a sudden now they have to figure out who they're going to cover, right?
Yeah, they put 4 of them over there. Got everybody on the other side of the field one-on-one. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if I can keep it 2-on-3, we winning every time.
Yep.
Matt Stafford not going to miss, except for in the first drive. He missed like 3 throws. It was very weird. They were running it right down the Cardinals' throat, and then they get down to like the 8-yard line, and Stafford misses 3 balls. Devontae was wide open on one. I think tight end missed one.
Parkinson.
Yeah, and then I think there was another one, and then he found it. But Stafford doesn't miss, and they got 2 of the best wide receivers in the league.
Yes, indeed.
And Sean McVay is a former wide receiver who is an offensive guru.
And they can run the football.
Kyron Williams and Blake Corum.
Yep.
Are the Rams... Let's go to that we can see in the NFC from yesterday. It's like the NFC Super Bowl bound teams, AJ. I think we're all kind of seeing the same picture. Do you agree, AJ?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, is there who is like lurking that could sneak up and possibly, be a surprise team?
So we had the Eagles yesterday on here if they were to win. Oh. But what we're saying is, who is a team in the NFC that has it all? Like, we think these teams have it all. Whenever you need to win a Super Bowl, you got to be able to have a quarterback that can deliver, got to be able to run the rock, got to be able to have a defense that can get off the field, That's what we think of the NFC. Is there any others, or what are your thoughts on these 3 teams, AJ?
I mean, I'm sure. So I was in Green Bay for 9 years, and I'm not being biased, but like, who is playing their best ball right now? I feel like the Packers, we know the defense is standing up and playing very well. Micah is such a huge impact on that team, and they have speed everywhere you look, but also with Jordan Love and how the offense is. I mean, the Packers are looking to, like, they're starting to peak at the right time, I feel like.
Jordan Love will be joining us here in about 15 minutes or so. Mr. Nice. Toyota-thon will be joining us. Shout out to us getting a chance to talk to Jordan. Cannot wait for that. Shout out to Jordan for saying yes to coming on the show. And shout out to Toyota-thon because when Jordan's playing in Toyota-thon, he's damn near unstoppable, which is the most important time of the year.
Yeah, without a doubt. The stats are ridiculous. But I think if you look at this, I think one big thing, too, would be that I think Seattle has the best kicker by far. So I don't know how much that will take account in the playoffs, but like, he's damn near automatic. And in a couple of these cities that, like, maybe not the Rams, if they get the 1 seed, you're going to be indoors, but you're going to be kicking in some conditions, and I think they have a massive edge there.
You're worried?
It's just because that's been kind of the Packers' MO for a long time now. Like, if it hasn't been the defense, it's been whether it's like punting on special teams or now the new kickoff rule, like having the game in hand and then kicking it out of bounds and giving the other team the ball at the 40-yard line, or missing kind of what we would consider chip shot field goals now. So, like, yeah, I think if you don't have one of those top guys in the league, like, that does make you worry a little bit.
Let's go to the NFC South. Obviously, a huge upset this past weekend where the Saints beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Coach BA's here, obviously very close with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs were a team that we thought could maybe go with the way it all goes. They've kind of come undone. And then the Carolina Panthers are having this miraculous run. What are your thoughts on the NFC South? Who's going to punch the ticket to go into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the Bucs getting healthier, but that was a bad loss. I did not like the energy that they showed up with, starting with the opening kickoff, running it back 60 yards, whatever it was, and the Bucs were just not there. And but they've got the Panthers twice, and I think that'll be the telltale sign. They got Thursday Night Football with the Falcons this week, must win, and then 2 showdowns with the Panthers. And,
who's getting healthy from the Bucs?
Mike Evans, Jalen McMillan, and maybe Kalijah Kancey in another week.
Okay, so that feels like a big deal. Bose's name is coming up in some heat right now.
A lot of heat, and when you lose games like that, it's going to happen.
Just kind of expect it?
Yes, all the way.
But everything's still possible in front of you is what you're thinking, just like the AFC North leaders, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Tomlin and everybody.
Yeah, I think the Bucs, the destiny's in their hands, and they just got to win all 4.
I'm fascinated by the coaching turnover, because if you make a good hire, Canales, magic can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Vrabel.
Yep.
MCDC.
Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And then if you don't get it right, you're in a cycle of like, can we fire this guy or not? New England, Gerard Mayo, whenever he was hired.
Carroll.
Pete Carroll in Las Vegas. It's like changing your coach is such a I mean, it really is. But teams do it a lot. And the amount of money that is invested in fired coaches every single year from the NFL is absurd. And these coaches, woe is me, the amount of hours they want. All their contracts are fucking guaranteed for the rest of their lives somehow. So these coaches, if you can get it, congrats to you. Oh, yeah. Congrats to you, by the way. Thank you for your commitment to ball. We appreciate that. You guys deserve it. But there is a lot of turnover at the coach's position. It feels like this offseason is going to be no different.
Yeah, it seems like every year we're talking about, well, how many, what does Schefter say, 7 or 8 coaches usually get fired, I believe, every year, something like that. I said that because I didn't want to do 6, 7 again, honestly. I was thinking of saying 6 or 7 coaches.
But you just did it.
Yeah, you're right.
You just did it. Oh.
Yeah, that is the thing, I guess, that's still going on. But I don't know. I guess, okay,
Yeah,
Pete Carroll.
6, 7.
Let's say Pete Carroll. Is Pete Carroll keeping his gig?
I don't think so.
No. Really?
Yeah, I think it was only a 3-year deal or something like that.
Yep.
I think it was a quick deal. The way this has gone, fired special teams coordinators, fired the offense coordinator. I think as the defense coordinator got fired. It just feels like that is something that is going to run its course, you would assume. And not that that's any negative towards Pete Carroll. Their team has just been ass, And reports out of the building are not the most positive, about the state of the team and the future of the team. So, classic Raiders. They're in another situation where they're going to have to see turnover, and Max Crosby's still going to be there, but what else?
Yeah, but very similar to Vrabel with New England. It's interesting to think about that AFC North. Like, all of those coaches at one point have had success. Like, the Bengals have been to a Super Bowl. The Ravens are the Ravens with Harbaugh, Tomlin, and even Stefanski has gone to the playoffs and won a playoff game on the road in Pittsburgh.
Coach of the year.
So, two-time coach of the year. One of those guys might end up in a place like the Raiders or Atlanta or one of these spots where, one man's trash is another man's treasure, whatever the hell it is, where they actually do get a fresh start, kind of completely start over, and that might be the best thing for them and some of these franchises that are getting rid of a coach after the first or second year.
Let's pivot away from the negative potentially happening at some franchises, which is inevitable every single offseason in the NFL with how competitive it is. And let's get to some positive happening around college ball. Yesterday, the Heisman finalists were announced. Congratulations, boys. Jeremiah Love, Fernando, Mendoza, Diego Pavia, and Julian Sayin. We've had a chance to chat with 2 of those guys. Awesome. Just incredible. Fernando Mendoza the other day on our program, he was so cool. Was that yesterday, I guess?
Yeah.
He was so cool. He was hilarious, self-aware, the way he talked about ball, the way he broke down a couple plays, the way he can spin it, the way he's led this team to the only undefeated season in the school's history, but also the only undefeated team in the country. The first Big Ten championship for Indiana football since World War II. I mean, you're talking like the amount of good things that surround this guy are certainly Heisman worthy. Don't you think, AJ, after talking to him yesterday, and I know they beat Ohio State, but I think he showed a lot of respect to Ohio State while also talking shit, which is a tough balance. Like, that's a very tough balance for somebody who I think a lot of people think is a robot. I thought he was awesome on our show, and he's incredible to watch play football, AJ.
I think he feels like super authentic when you hear him speak and everything about it. And you can tell, like, just by listening to him talk, like, this guy absolutely loves football, and he loves, like, the relationships that he has on his team. Like, he just, I don't know, he does all the right things. This is the kind of dude where, you say, hey, if I had a daughter, I'd want her to marry a dude like this. Like, he seems like he's squared away. His parents did a great job, man.
He has a lot of Kurt Warner in him, from the leadership style, where Kurt, I watched his Hallmark movie.
Yeah, American Underdog.
American Underdog, which was not
I don't know if it was Hallmark. I think that was a theatrical release.
Yeah, Netflix.
Lifetime?
Lifetime, maybe. It was a Hallmark movie. I cried. I didn't want to cry.
Yeah.
Was it a Hallmark movie?
It was not. It was in theaters.
No, but it was emotional, you're saying.
Don't Tubi.
So,
you son of a bitch.
Relax,
it should be on Netflix with how good of a movie it is. Somebody should pick it up and stream it for the good of the world and society. I'm just saying, when I was going in there, I had no idea I was going to be crying over Kurt Warner. I was like, I can't wait to see the greatest show on turf. I can't wait to kind of get into this entire thing. That was not it at all. I was crying my eyes out. Kurt Warner, I sent him a text. I'm so sorry, man, for everything you've been through. God, you did an amazing job. Like, way to go. I didn't want to spend my afternoon like that. I wanted to watch the greatest show on turf do their thing. So I told Kurt that. I thought I was lied to. Going in there. Great story, though. But a big thing that was evident is how present he felt obligated to be with his teammates. Like, that was something he felt very obligated to do. Feels like that is something that Mendoza is very much like. Let's talk about him as a Sunday quarterback. Accuracy insane, can throw well. Like, how do you kind of view him, and how do you kind of break him down?
Yeah, I would say right now he's the number one pick. I mean, he's got it all. He's got the height, the size. Obviously, he can spin it like crazy, and he's a hell of a leader, and he's athletic. You know, I'd have to go work him out to know exactly on the board, but he's in a high octane offense. Kurt does a great job with that offense, and I would say he's the number one pick, and it's a damn shoe-in for the Heisman.
Accuracy, is that the most important thing?
Yes, way over arm strength. I mean, you could have the strongest arm in the world, but then you're waiting to see a guy get open, and I'm going to fire that bitch in there where they're all coming because they're watching your eyes.
And he does that. He has the courage to spin it, too.
He'll spin it, let it go. My guy's coming in there. I trust him.
So he's number one pick in your eyes at this point. Yes. You haven't done the full breakdown, or maybe you not even get a chance to do it. But we've listened to him break down a couple plays, recall a couple plays. On the board, he's going to be
really good.
Very, very good. And for the Heisman now, let's look at the other finalists. Jeremiah Love. People are saying he's the best football player in the country, D-Bud.
Yeah, I think I'm with BA. I do think Fernando Mendoza.
Minus 1,000 currently.
Yeah, so basic, looks like a lot, but who knows? Great season, undefeated, number one team in the country. Diego now, you talk about valuable, like you had that Josh Allen conversation. That's kind of what he brings to Vanderbilt in the SEC. And then Jeremiah Love, he's been the best running back in the country outside of that start against UM where he had a slow day. But after that, he's picked up and been easily the best running back in the country. And then Sayin, I mean, just quietly, he's had a great season. But I think they'll kind of, hey, not your turn yet. But he's had a great season, great weapons around him, high-octane offense as well. Lost in a great game against the top team in the country. But, yeah, I think it'll be just how that I think that would probably be where the final votes end up.
AJ, let's talk about Julian Sayin a little bit. And obviously, Diego Pavia, you talk about changing an entire institution and changing all of college football. Congrats to him for the fantastic and fun run that we got to watch him have at Vandy with Clark Lee and everything that he has done. And congrats to his family surviving it all.
Yeah.
There was, they were going hard in the paint out there. They were enjoying their life. SEC football, as you should. Do you do it? Jeremiah Love special. Julian Sayin, let's talk a little bit about Julian Sayin, AJ, because it does feel like whenever you say not your time yet, what I was thinking is the Heisman voters like, he's back next year. Like, we'll be able to get him back in here next year. It almost feels like that's how they treat it. But Will Howard never really got the credit that he deserved as a quarterback at Ohio State because of how good everybody else is. Do you think that's going to be the Julian Sayin story? And what do you think is different about Julian that he could potentially win a Heisman as the Ohio State quarterback? Because Ohio State is always going to have talent everywhere. Always going to have talent everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like what Julian Sayin has stepped in. They won the national championship last year. The guy steps in and plays lights out. Obviously, the tough loss to Indiana in the Big Ten championship, but he's unflappable and accuracy, as BA talks about, super quick release. I just like how he commands the offense, how he is so in control. He doesn't act like he's a young kid anymore. Seems like he's a 2 or 3 year starter at a big time college football program already. So I think you might get downgraded a bit because you do have great talent around you and these receivers that are up for the Heisman and people are talking about all the time. That's normal. That happened at Alabama, didn't it, back in the day a few times, I feel like, when they are absolutely loaded at the receiver position. But I don't know. I mean, I think Julian, absolutely. I think next year has to be a front runner going for it. But this year feels like Mendoza, at least, especially down the stretch, is the guy that feels like he's going to win it.
Yeah, and congrats to Mendoza. Obviously, his road to this is insane and crazy. So I love watching it happen for him. But honestly, all 4 dudes here and a couple others, we appreciate the hell out of the seasons that you just had for all of us for college football.
Yeah, just going back to Julian Sayin, I think the defining trait, especially if we're talking about accuracy, he could set the all-time completion percentage record this year. He's at 78.9%, which is just, that's insane.
Let's go to Hammer. Dahn. Is that good for Julian Sayin, Tone? What are we missing in this Heisman conversation?
That's very, very good. And coming into conference championship weekend, it was at that point, it was kind of a 3-horse race between Mendoza, Sayin, and then Diego Pavia. And it was like, who plays better, which team wins in the Big Ten championship is probably going to be the favorite. And after Mendoza made that throw down the sideline to Becker to ice the game, the odds shifted tremendously. Minus 1,000 is actually a great deal at DraftKings because at other sports books, he's minus 2,000, minus 3,000. He is the heavy favorite right now. Pavia's got 800 some more yards with one less game, but Mendoza's got him on the touchdowns to interceptions. So however you view that. But Sayin was always going to lose votes this year just because he's got number 4 on the outside with him. That's always going to happen, but he'll definitely be the favorite going into next season.
Just wait until Chris Henry Jr.'s out there.
No kidding.
Alongside Jeremiah Smith. Have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah.
Virginia Tech, you might as well just quit.
Oh, did you see our recruiting class, brother? Ooh, baby. Number 22 in the country.
What?
From 130 to number 22.
Virginia Tech?
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
11 Penn State flips.
That's the James Franklin difference. Congrats to you guys. Did you see West Virginia?
Mm-hmm. Really good.
Thank you. I think we're top 20 in the country. We go from not even being a team that recruits people to top 20.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple guys. We got a couple of these guys, a couple of those guys. Number one recruiting class in the Big 12. Now, the transfer portal is going to be good to other teams in the Big 12. You know, Texas Tech, normally. For the long haul, we need to get them out of the fucking Big 12. We need to get them in the ACC. That's what we need. You guys need it.
We'll take them.
You guys need, because you're about to lose that partnership with Notre Dame, I think. You guys keep running your mouth. You guys keep running your mouth down there and see what happens with Notre Dame, BA. See what happens. You guys are going to poke the bear a little bit too much.
Notre Dame should have beat Miami.
That's ACC talk.
That's right.
Coach said it.
Hey, you're right. All right, let's move on.
It's easy. That's easy. It's been a no-brainer for a month.
Jeez. ACC is what the ACC's been saying.
exactly. No respect.
Did you get the email? You got the email from the ACC saying, hey, make sure you say
Kill
this?
him. Kill him.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is obviously meaningful football time. It is obviously a holiday season. We're about to go into week 15 of the NFL season. But the most important thing that doesn't really get talked about enough is how one particular player plays at this time, because it is one special car selling event. It is Toyotathon. And that means it's time to watch this man. The Green Bay Packers starting quarterback, Jordan Love. Hey, Jordan! How are you, dude? How you doing, man?
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That's good. That's probably on us.
No.
That's probably on us. Yeah. That's a tough start. That's not Toyotathon.
That's not Toyotathon.
No, that is not Toyotathon at all. If you need a Camry, now it's time to go get it. Because what Toyota's got going on with Toyotathon is there's 250 limited Panini cards that showcase not only Jordan Love, but also a piece of fabric from his Toyotathon sweater. There's only 250 of these made. They only go to his true fans. Could that be you, baby? Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, the king of Toyotathon, Jordan Love.
Yeah, Jordan!
What's up, fellas?
Okay. We didn't know if we're going to have to restart. I want to let you know we did a little audible. I went back into it. You'd be pretty proud, actually, about how it all went down. We didn't have communications. We go on and drop out, call my own play, bring you back in. We throw a deep shot like it's Christian Watson. How you doing, brother?
Check. I'm great. How you guys doing?
I'm great. Shout out to you. That jacket's very cool. It's very cool.
See it.
Yeah, I like the fact that you said, hey, listen, if you're going to give me a jacket, that thing's going to have to be thick. I'm in Green Bay. It's cold as shit. Now,
yeah, it's snowing behind me.
Yeah, it's Green Bay weather. That's football weather. And for you guys, this is when you've played your best ball. I appreciate the fact that you and Toyota have come together in this time, but I also appreciate the fact that you show up in the biggest moments. Can you tell us about your Packers team this year and why you look like best team in ball? Maybe. I don't want to dive into that, but best team in ball. Why this year and why this team, you think, Jordan?
Man, we got a squad. I think that's been something that we've been building, and the past 2 years we've kind of been stacking this thing and kept getting better and better. But we've added some pieces to our squad, and it's all about, like we mentioned, just finding ways to play our best ball. We've had some games where we've not played to our standard, and then I think this past couple of weeks we've been just elevating. But I think all of it is part of that Toyotathon magic, where you just start playing your best ball in the second half of the season.
Meaningful football season, obviously Toyotathon time. 250 Panini cards celebrating Toyotathon with Jordan Love, and his sweet sweater can be yours. Ty Schmidt, you're not a big enough fan, I don't think, so you're not going to get this. Sorry, buddy.
Are you sure? Because I actually just bought a brand new Toyota Sienna not too long ago.
Well, it should have been a Ram truck, but we will move forward. Okay, Jordan, relax.
Exactly.
Everybody needs to relax. Okay, I want to ask about this offense, that runs like a truck, but also a Ram truck, but also looks like a Toyota Sienna, I guess, is what we're doing around here. Christian Watson, obviously, magical day. You two have had a special connection. Can you tell me a little bit about you in LaFleur's offense, you still taking deep shots, still being a gunslinger, Christian Watson's development, but basically just the offense as a whole without turning it over as much? Like, can you talk about that? Because I think that is a huge step for what you guys have become, right?
Yes. I think the biggest part of our offense is finding those explosive plays. We got some big-time playmakers, and obviously, since Christian's been back and got healthy, he's been stepping up and making some huge plays. And I mean, you can see on that play right there, just the speed he has, his ability to, create those yards after the catch is something not a lot of guys can do. But he's been great. He's been playing at a high level. But like you said, I think the key to our offense is finding those explosive plays and putting the pressure on the defense and taking some of these shots down the field. And guys are making plays right now.
Yeah, keeping your defense on the sideline watching points go up is good news. And you alluded to it earlier. We added some guys. AJ has a question for you.
Yeah, Jordan, obviously your defense playing very well. Jeff Halfley, the D coordinator, doing a great job, it seems like. But the big trade, you bring Micah Parsons over. I think your defense is stacked at all three levels. I guess, what did it do when Micah, all of a sudden you see him in the locker room and you realize, hey, we got number one here wearing a Packers jersey. Like, what did that do for this team and the defense? And how do you think, the defense has improved as the year has gone?
Yeah, I think it was a huge boost. I think going into OTAs and training camp, we knew we had a really good defense. Obviously, Half being in his second season, the things they did last year, creating turnovers, and then you add, one of the best edge rushers in all of football with that trade, and I think everybody just got a big boost of confidence and knowing what he brings to the table. And I think it's been fun to watch Mike out there and just see the type of havoc he's able to wreck on the offense and the O-line. And obviously I've played against him. I've game planned against him. I know how hard it is to game plan for a player like that who can wreck the game. And now I think it's just time for him to go out there and eat right now.
Yeah, and he is. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seemingly eating all over the place. Only player in the history of the NFL to have 12 sacks in his first 5 seasons. Oh, yeah, he's entering his prime.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. What is this? He's entering his prime. Oh, that's great. Every day is Toyota-thon in Green Bay. You talked about game planning against Micah. Let's talk about Daly. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Jordan, what's it like going up against that Halfley defense? It feels like you guys have taken a step up ever since he's gotten there, and then Micah has taken it to a whole nother level. But what is it like just on the day-to-day having to try and score touchdowns against that defense?
Oh, it's tough. I think the worst part is training camp. We're going against this defense every day, seeing all the different looks they bring, a lot of exotic pressures, a lot of different coverages where, I think we were all like, man, let's get out of this. We're tired of going against this defense. I want to see somebody else. But at the end of the day, those are the things that make you better, make you a better team is that good on good going against each other every day. But a lot of credit to Half, man. He does a great job just making sure guys all know what they're doing, are in the right place. And, I think one thing that we haven't seen as much as we saw last year was just the turnovers. And I think we'll keep amping that up and getting those. But, I mean, they make it hard on offenses to be able to move the ball and convert on third downs.
Ty Schmidt, obviously, we ride with the Packers through this man every single week. His comments about the defense, because the way he chats is Jordan loves the guy. Our offense is going to be good. Our defense has always been ass. When the defense was good, won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Ty Schmidt, with the addition of Jeff Halfley, has been one of the loudest fans in the entire NFL. And it's not just because the defense is good, it's because you have become bona fide, brother. We're going to put some stats up here that are maybe going to embarrass you. But here's you during the 4-game win streak. 9 touchdowns. 3 40-plus, 84.8 QBR out of 100. And, oh, yeah, we're not playing in the easiest conditions. It's like, Jordan, you're balling, the defense is balling, and you're seemingly adding weapons every single week. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, so this last game, we know Dennis Allen, he's always going to throw some tricky coverages at you. And it's kind of tricky two coverage. I'm still there from Mendoza. We talked to him yesterday. But take me back to this Bo Melton touchdown. What did you see pre-snap and post-snap on this play?
Yeah, it's one of those where, they got everybody up on the line. So you're kind of guessing, are they bringing it? Are they bluffing? Are they getting out of there? And one of those you really won't know until post-snap. And post-snap, you see them getting out of there. And, I love the play we had on. We've ran this a couple times throughout the season. And they're kind of getting to what looks like they're trying to get to a cover 2, an NTT type coverage. And they might have busted, I'm not sure. But they just dropped Bo down the pipe. And, I was able to see it. Pulling up there for him, and, Bo made a big-time play right there.
Yeah, you made a great throw there, too, brother. That thing's traveling
Appreciate
a long
that.
way. Yep, no problem. Let's talk about your play. You just broke down, you think they had a blown coverage, NTT, blah, blah, blah. Patrick Mahomes, I think it was after maybe his second Super Bowl, maybe year 3 or 4, I forget what it was. He talked on the barbershop and he said, like, it was just middle of the season this year where I started kind of understanding what defenses were doing, which is obviously a massive step. For you, how has that come along since becoming a starter? And I know you're bona fide already. You've been a starter for multiple years. But how is it with the recall of defenses in your career and at this point versus maybe a year ago or 2 years ago?
Oh, it's something that it grows every year. And I think it's just, each rep learning and growing from each concept that we have and seeing the different looks and, making a couple mistakes a couple times and then beating some coverages and understanding where you need to go with the ball on every play. And just trying to be as consistent as possible and, focus on my fundamentals, my technique, putting the ball in the right spot. But yeah, I think every rep you get, seeing these different looks, you just get better and better and grow from it.
Go ahead, AJ.
What's your relationship like with Matt LaFleur, I guess, or how has it grown over your time there? It's fun to watch him on the sidelines. He seems to be very passionate, very fiery. I don't know if he's been pumping the crowd much lately or not, but I guess how is that, especially the communication through the helmet, and how do you guys get along day to day?
No, that's awesome. Matt's one of the best. I think for him, just being an offensive guy, being in there in the quarterback room with us, since I've been here, me being able to see him and A-Rod, how they communicated, and now me being able to be the guy. Matt does a great job. He communicates clearly with how we're trying to attack the defense, what kind of calls we're going to go on the field with, and everybody knows what we need to do. And if we're not getting certain things done the right way, we're able to make those adjustments. But he's a guy who, I don't know if you see, but during the game, he's always there right next to me, making sure we're on the same page with how we're going to attack him. But he's a very, I think he's one of the best offensive minded coaches in the NFL for sure.
Those are tight. Was that last night? Twisted?
You see it, man.
Yeah, those are really tight. Yeah. How long?
Got to get right.
Toyotathon. Got to get it tight. How long was the process?
Man, it's an hour. It's an hour.
Painful or no?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Sitting in the Toyota, make it happen.
Hey, that's good. That was good. Ty has a question for you. Obviously, he loves you.
Yeah, Jordan, I think it just needs to be said first and foremost. I don't know if you've seen the video back on draft night when you initially got drafted. I had quite the crash out, because Rodgers was playing well coming off an NFC championship. But I just want to say I appreciate the fact that you have continued to make me look like a dipshit for that clip. Every time you take the field, and it's an honor to watch you play and to see your development over the last several years. But when it comes to the offense as a whole, early on, you guys kind of get crowned after those first 2 weeks, and everyone's saying, hey, this is a Super Bowl team. And then Tucker Kraft gets hurt. Obviously, there's a bunch of mix-up and jumbling of the offensive line. Jaden Reed goes down, and things kind of got loud. Everyone's saying, oh, maybe this team's way too inconsistent. They're not who we thought they were. Does it feel like you guys are finally in a spot now with the offensive line kind of being in place? You have your guys. Obviously, Jaden Reed comes back last week, and he looks great. And then Pat mentioned Christian Watson. Does it feel like the offense is kind of back on track, and you guys expect to have a big game every single Sunday? Because I know fans feel that way now, and maybe that wasn't the case, 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Definitely. I think you look at the players we got, the playmakers, we expect that every week. But as you know, it comes down to Sundays. You got to go out there and be at your best, or we always say it, you'll get humbled very quickly. So you just got to find ways, keep stacking it, be at your best. Understand that defense are going to find ways to try and make you make mistakes and not have the same type of performances you had the week before. But it just comes down to us, trusting the process, staying true to it. At the same time, blocking out all the noise. Like you said, there was a lot of hype around the first couple of weeks, and then things didn't go as we wanted to after that. But we're just getting back to it, and I think in years past we've played at a high level towards the end of the season, and it just comes down to us making those plays. But we feel the magic right now. We definitely have confidence in what we're doing. But like I said, you guys got to go out there and be at your best every week.
Okay, let's talk about blocking out the noise. I love you said we feel the magic right now, because watching you guys is pretty magical. I think it's a good way to describe it. It's holiday season. It's meaningful football time.
Exactly.
It's
Toyotathon.
And there's a lot of magic to be had, obviously. Jordan, you said block out the noise whenever they're talking good about you. You saw him. You saw the crash out from him from draft night, or no?
Man, I've seen some clips. Yeah, I've seen some clips. I can't deny it.
We tried our best, legitimately. I think we tried our best to be like, hey, this is not Jordan Love's fault. We tried our best. We want you to know that we never were anti-Jordan Love. I think you can go back and watch all 4 hours of every show that we've ever done for the last 6 years. But it is a crazy situation for you to get dropped into. I mean, he described it right there. NFC Championship, quarterback just comes off multiple MVPs, and then they trade up. Never do that. Green Bay never does that. Trades up into the first round, drafts you, and it's like a shock. I couldn't even imagine what it was like for you. Like, have you leaned on that situation at all through all this? Like, is that an immediate baptism, callous situation, like welcome to the league types? Like, how do you handle that, and how has it affected you now? Do you think it's assisted or benefited you at all through it all? Not that I'm saying Ty should take credit for yelling and being mad, but I'm saying, like, did that, because you most abnormal situation coming into the NFL that I've seen in a long time, maybe Shador would be the next one.
Yeah.
But like an abnormal welcoming to the NFL. Has that helped you think, in your career, or how do you view it at this point?
Yeah, it's one of those things that, I understood after I got drafted what the situation was. And, I understand, some of the frustration from fans and things like that. And then, as I get there, and then A-Rod goes out there and, back-to-back MVP seasons where, I'm in a tough position, but I understand, what it is. And, I just try to do my best to just keep my head out of it, block out all the noises out there, like I said. And, it definitely, it's a welcome to the NFL. This is what you're dealing with. This is, the media and all the different things that are now, your life. But, it made me stronger, I think, because of it, and has helped me going forward. But trust me, I understood the situation. I understood the crash house and the different things that happened after that. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but you need to know that is not what the NFL is. Most first-round quarterbacks that get drafted are like, celebrate. This guy's going to be
fans go crazy.
Yeah, there's a parade. So you're saying, like, hey, this is the NFL. This is what it is. Like, no, that was not what the NFL normally is for a first-round quarterback. So you dealing with it, and also never complaining or bitching about it is salute. It's a very cool thing. AJ has the last question for you here, Jordan.
Yeah, we see all these games. Obviously, you guys dealing with the elements. Quarterbacks that can handle the elements this time of year seem to do very, very well. You seem to enjoy it almost. I guess, have you grown to enjoy the climate you have late in the year here at Lambeau, and how do you seem to? It doesn't really seem to bother you, actually.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. That's definitely not the case. But no, I'd say, better than anybody is you get used to it. We practice outside every day, and you become accustomed to it, and you kind of make that something that we lean on. And teams got to come here and face us in the cold weather, and sometimes if you're not used to it, you don't play your best ball and you're not ready for it. But that's something that we got to thrive in these conditions. Is we practice in this every day, so you find a way to get used to it. But no, it never makes it fun. I'd definitely rather be playing in an indoor stadium where you ain't got to deal with none of these conditions. But it is what it is. You got to try and just take your mind to a different place.
Yeah, you've done a great job. I like you're wearing short sleeves, too, in the cold. You're letting people know.
Got to.
Yeah.
Got to. Yeah, you got to. It's only right.
Yeah, but we know by looking at you, especially going forward. We knew it before because we're from cold areas, but we know going forward, that guy's not happy to be doing that. That is strictly for a show of strength. We appreciate that.
A lot of warm skin, a lot of Vaseline.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate you, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you, guys.
Have a great Toyothon, dude.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan.
Toyothon.
Yeah, Jordan. Okay, so how will you win one of these 250 Panini Jordan Love specialty cards?
Yeah.
Piece of sweater in there.
That's pretty cool.
There's 250 of them dispersed around the country at Toyota dealerships.
I need one.
If you're wearing a Jordan Love jersey, you might get one. If you buy a car and say you love Jordan Love, you might get one. If you're out there and about, you say you love Jordan Love, you might get one.
Yeah.
The dealers are searching for the Jordan Love fans to make sure you can get a part of history here. Shout out to Jordan Love for joining us. Shout out to Toyotathon. Shout out to you for allowing us to do this for a living. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice about change your life. Goodbye. All right.
Nailed it.
Did you say if I buy a fucking car?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, though.
What if I just walk into the dealership and ask, should I just go to all the Toyota dealerships?
No.
How will dealers choose to share these with fans and customers, they say? Can they apply? Frequently asked question. Our dealers are the longtime guardians of Toyotathon magic. They know how to recognize the chosen few. The cards will find their way by destiny, not application.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's for buying a vehicle or wearing a Jordan Love jersey while taking a test drive. But our dealers will find a way to identify those who are destined to carry the magic with them.
Wow.
So magic was a part of the promo.
Okay.
So him saying we're feeling the magic. Hey, Jordan Love.
Kind of all looking up.
He gets it.
Jordan
In his
Love.
bag.
Wow. Holy fuck! Jordan Love just killed that for Toyota thought.
Okay.
How about him saying he was getting twisted up while sitting in the Toyota? I went outside my house.
Jesus.
I have furniture inside. I want outside to be more comfortable. Oh, Bluetooth connected to the TV. I was sitting, she was in the back seat, twisting it up. Yeah, it was a great time. That's what Toyota can do for you. 250 of these things, Todd. Good luck. Actually, 249 now.
Yeah, I know.
I got one.
I know.
You want it? Can't have it. I need to see a little bit more Jordan Love fandom out of it.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it's for buying a vehicle.
So you got a Sienna. That's
You
the
have to at
van?
least test drive, it sounds like. You have to at least take a test drive, it sounds.
But you better have Love.
Yeah, it's Jordan Love jersey, but I'm saying just walk into random Toyota dealerships wearing a Jordan Love jersey and hopefully someone throws
Oh, don't gimmick this. We're trying to find the
that's
actual
a good
thing.
move, AJ.
Start crying.
If there's only
No.
250 of these things, they ain't fucking giving you one unless you're signing the dotted line and buying a vehicle.
100 times.
Yeah.
Buying a car.
Oh my God.
Fucking A.
The worst.
Almost makes you not want to buy it.
Yeah.
Legit.
What you have to do to buy a car.
I agree.
So the shit. What am I signing here? Well, you need to sign this one. Your life. Okay. Why the fuck is this more than a house? Like, I don't think I fully understand what's going on. Just the sheets of paper. Just, well, I'm not doing that. Yeah, you still got to, we've got to say that you're not doing that, though. Okay. And then, yeah, you got to say you're not going to do that as well, yeah. Can't I just say I'm not going to? Yeah, well, we need you to say that you said that you know that you said you're not going to do that.
Now you got to go talk to the other guy.
Yep.
Actually, we got to get you one more.
The other guy?
Yeah, the other guy.
Always this number. Always.
Yep.
You need one of these 6-ounce bottles of water to hold you over while I go sit in the office for 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to finally get out.
Is this going to be your car or somebody?
Your wife's going to drive it as well?
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Tell you this 10 times already.
Oh yeah.
It's the worst thing.
Every time.
I haven't thought about it in full detail until right fucking now, because if I want to get one of these, what you know that you're signing up for that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to love Jordan Love to get through all that shit just for this. Not just for the, you know what I mean?
Right.
I wish I knew. I just bought my daughter a car.
Oh, brother, you should have bought a
If
Ram
I
truck.
can go back.
Great throw.
Thank you. That's cornhole, which, by the way, there was some chatter around some podcasts about a potential decathlon and things. You saw this, AJ?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Every single event that was listed, every single one of them. Unc, Ocho, boys, we're big fans. We love you. But your conscience was right by keeping us out of that conversation until very late into it. And then as soon as we get mentioned, it's quick, we need to move away from that. It's not looking good for you, anybody, in any of those things. LeBron and Nash would get us in basketball.
That's it.
Yes, they would get us in basketball. And maybe some other things. I mean, LeBron and Nash, incredibly athletic.
Yeah, it might not be able to play your own sport professionally because that might almost.
Yeah, but Steve Nash, I think Steve Nash good at everything as well.
Yeah.
I think he's
soccer, everything. Yeah.
I think there's probably a couple of those guys around a lot of podcasts, and I got respect for everybody's athleticism. We have 3 of those guys. We have 3 of those, and then cards, dice, gambling, all that stuff. We all know the gimmicks.
Cornhole, all of it. Yeah, even all the bar games.
Yes, we are just a good 3 to be in those particular conversations, I think, especially with how young we're also younger.
Yeah, I think the books will have us favor in that. The decathlon?
Yeah, if it was the decathlon.
Yeah.
Or 20 of them. I mean, whatever they want. Just as I was listening to it, I listened to Nightcap. I like Nightcap. I like Shannon. I like Ocho a lot. So
And Joe Johnson. That would be the third.
Yes, and Joe. I love what they got going on. Yeah, good team. They got a good team. They got a good team. But I think whenever they were thinking of things like that maybe other people wouldn't be good at, like Tonk. Yeah, right. I get good cards in Tonk all the time. We on below 13, above 49 too. That thing will be that. Any other cards, we are all very, very all card games. We are very in. So that would maybe take away from some of the people. Like maybe they're not good at cards. We just so happen to be good at cards. Dice, just so happen. I had a dice table in my house. when I was playing. Like, we have a very good, and then you start talking about all the other shit, like athleticism shit. It's like we're still young and we still do it all the time. So we got a cornhole board right here. We got a putting green right here. We got a basketball, 2 of them, obviously right there. Sim. Golf sim upstairs. We don't have bowling, I guess, but I think we could get there.
Ping pong table.
There's going to be some of these guys in podcasting, former athletes that get into bowling, and they're going to roll like 230s.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, they're going to be like actually really good at bowling. So we might lose some there, but I think out of all 3 of us, I think we would be able to put up a good average where we wouldn't lose enough points to drop from top spot for everything else.
Yeah.
Not even to mention, like, if you do, like, a karate thing, like AJ kicking the pads, like, how many you're doing that, you know?
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, my God. We didn't even think about mixed martial arts.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't either. I forgot about it until now.
Chopping boards, that kind of stuff.
But I did, to Ocho's point, like, that would be an incredible concept.
Sweet.
Yeah. That would be an incredible concept to do, especially with a bunch of former athletes getting back together. That'd be a great fucking time, too.
Can we get a Sin City street fight in there, too?
What's that?
Just,
Could you imagine?
Man.
Just fist fighting? People are just.
Sin City fist fight.
Yeah, we're sending AJ right the fuck into the middle of that.
You better hope Punishment Martinez doesn't start a podcast.
He might.
Chairs.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we would do
Tommy
very well.
Invincible's coming.
Indy, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking about it.
As he was listing off everything, it was like, actually, I don't like to interject myself in a lot of these stuff or us into these things because I do think it's that. But as he was listing things off, I'm like, I sent it in the group. I said, I think we would actually win this thing if this was to actually happen. So maybe it'll come together. Basically, a podcaster decathlon, a podcaster games for ex-athletes that have podcasts. 3 people is what it sounded like was what it was going to be. And I love the idea. I like the concept. I think there could be some incredible content. And I also love our chances.
Oh, yeah.
I really love our chances in that thing.
Especially now, before we got to do it before these, the next batch of young guys retire.
Yes.
Someday. Yeah, we got a little window here.
Yeah, because we are the youngest. I think we are the
for
youngest.
a little bit.
Yeah, so we should bode well in some of these things, but there's going to be sneaky dominance by some of these teams in some things, and we're just going to have to get the aggregate. The entirety.
That's the thing. We got a full team. And I think about there's a weak link almost everywhere else. And regardless of what the activity is, there will be a glaring weak link on the other teams.
Yeah, I might get
exposed. Based on my intel.
Actually, I can move a little bit still right now, especially with all the science I'm on. I was going to say you two much more athletic and faster than I, so I could get exposed if we were to do a speed thing, but I'm dropping in the zone. I'm don't worry about that. I would never be finding myself in a race with anybody. Yeah. We're not doing that, brother.
He just had a hip replacement a couple years ago.
Yeah, but some of these other bugs.
Probably still runs a 4.5.
Yeah, exactly.
One can't run.
Basketball,
he lifting, he ain't running.
He did say lifting. He said, take him on lifting. It's like, we all lift around here, but I don't think we're Shannon Sharp in it. Obviously, I've seen the videos of him just repping out 315. He is animal. Absolutely jacked. Will be forever,
Yes.
Dapped him up. I think it's Super Bowl, and that shit was a fucking wall. Bang. Holy fuck, dude. How do you do that? I don't know. And then Ocho eats McDonald's every day and still has an 8-pack.
Yep.
He threw in boxing, because he's been training for boxing for 5 years.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to do that.
Go get him, Hawk.
Boxing.
That's why I said Sin City Street Fight.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a little advantage. We don't have the sweet science.
No, we do not have the sweet
We do not
science.
have the sweet science. Let's get to a break. We're back on the other side. Well, I thought it was a great idea, though. I thought it was a great idea. And as they were listening out, I'm like, this is a pretty good lineup of people. Because as they started listing off the shows, I was like, damn, I forgot there. And then, yep. It's like, this would be pretty good. And if everybody did you can make it a festival. Everybody obviously does their shows from this shit.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck to whoever's setting that up. That is a lot of people, a lot of things, but it could be fucking awesome. I think it'd be a great, the X
so many different
podcast
options.
festival. Oh my God. Imagine the amount of smoke and drink that would be happening. The stories, the times, the vibes outside of competition.
We need some live
swimming.
Live
Need some kind of swimming event.
Yeah, We would like swimming. Yes, we would like
take that.
swimming. We would like.
Why are you laughing? I'll take the swimming situation.
We would like swimming to be a thing. Off rhythm dancing.
Yep.
That is a thing.
Yeah, I got that.
We would like that as well. Off rhythm clapping. We would like that to be a contest. We're gonna win that one as well. There's a couple that we're fucking locked in for. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these other podcasters might have somebody with no fucking rhythm out there. There's a chance, but we got it. I think as a monopoly. Yeah, that'd be sick. That's a lot of setup. Maybe we get the Fire Festival guy to do it. I saw French Montana singing on an island. Couldn't hear him because the fireworks were going off.
Did it work?
I think so.
I saw him promoting it.
Well,
Billy promoting it.
I did see French Montana with a microphone, and I did hear sound, but I couldn't really understand what he was singing because all I heard was because there's fireworks.
You gotta buy the pay-per-view for that. You know that.
Okay, you're right, for the captions.
He sold pay-per-views too. I watched some of him promoting the event. Billy, he's a hustler.
Billy sent me about I think 4 DMs talking about.
You could perform Dookie.
I wasn't asked to do that, so that's
okay.
something.
Next one, Fire 3.
I cannot believe that. Hey, good for you, Billy. This is from Billy's tweet, I guess. This is there's French Montana and a guy getting after it right there. Just absolutely fucking getting after it.
Life jacket on.
This is from Fire Festival 2. Fire Festival, different than Fire Festival 1. Fire Festival 1 ends in a documentary and Billy in jail. While Billy's in jail, all he thinks about the entire time is, I'm actually kind of a marketing genius. Like, fucking everybody knew about it. It was the execution thing that was kind of the problem. I'm going to show them.
Fair.
Comes right back out. French Montana's fucking going ham down on an island.
Bringing it.
Way to go, Billy. That's a redemption story.
I didn't know French still rapping. I thought he was like married to royalty.
Well, I think when Billy calls and says, hey, you want to be a part of history?
You answer.
I guess so. Coke boys.
What's French Montana's big one?
Oh, he's got a. What is his biggest one?
He has a couple bang bangs.
That's the one that came to my head.
The big one.
Does Pop That count?
Yeah.
Who?
Pop That?
With Rose.
Is that song?
It's the one you were just singing. Don't stop.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's Pop That. I don't know if that's Rick Ross or if that's French Montana, but
French
got some bangers with Rick Ross for sure.
French got bangers.
Rich forever.
Yeah. That's why Billy was like, "Hey, need you fired."
Unforgettable. Stay scheming. Pop that all the way up. No stopping. Yeah.
All right.
Unforgettable with Sway Lee.
Wow.
Banger.
What is this here? These are all his songs that I know?
Just bangers.
Every song he's ever made.
Unreal.
What's that? These ones are?
Oh, I love that one.
Pop That right there. Yep, I see that. Ain't Worried About Nothing. Banger.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Is that Frenchie's or Wayne's? Moses. That's a banger. Moses did a lot.
Oh, dude, I love all of
A lot.
I mean, every single one.
All right, let's get out of here. Congrats, French. Still doing it, dude. How about how tight Jordan's?
Those are clean.
I mean, that was fresh.
Let alone the lineup. Yeah.
He said once a week, didn't he? Is that what he said?
I think he said that, yeah.
Got to keep the
Looks
bread
good.
fresh.
Always looks good on game day.
I've seen a couple of those sittings. It's a pretty violent thing there. There is real fucking, I mean, with a very sharp, I mean, this thing's got a real, I know we're doing
to get a good part. Boom.
Oh, man. I was way too high, and I walked in one time, and it was happening, and I'm like, what is this lady doing to your fucking, why is she so violent? I mean, there's some violent movements there. Sit down, Pat. Shut up. All right. You're doing a great job, lady, I guess. I'm going to get out of here. It's a full thing, though. Like a couple hours.
Oh, yeah.
Hours and hours.
They're artists. Like the people that can do that well, like, yeah, it is very valuable skill to have.
Hours.
Yeah, I mean, he said an hour, so that's
crazy if you can do it in 1 hour.
1 hour is crazy to me. I've seen like a 2-3 hour.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And maybe that, now I'm looking back on it, maybe that was a little bit of a getting paid by the minute.
Yeah, sure.
Getting paid by the minute.
Yeah.
Might have been a little bit of a racket. Good play, whatever it was, fair play. All right, we're back on the other side. We'll wrap up all the news from the sports world. There's big stuff happening in baseball. That'll keep you wanting to tune in. We know that. Yeah, and some college news. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're back on the other side with the greatest sports talk we've ever had. There's a chance that's possible.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And there's a chance that Phil Rivers gets to hold his grandbaby.
while holding his Lombardi, just like this. And that's going
Not good when the wheeze laugh comes out.
Be a friend, tell a friend something
Try
nice.
to hold it in.
Might change their life. Take 5.
I'm all the way in Eugene, smoking on some new green, changing up the routine, gratitude truly, feel like new school dean, life's pretty cool, G3 jobs, fuel means tank top, blue jeans, never change, crew needs, deep shots, view screens, movie star, 2 scenes, bank account, juicy, canceled, who me, boogeyman, spooky, folks watch, who sees, hating folks, dookie, yeah, you waiting for. Yeah, you waiting for Duque. Yeah, you waiting for Duque. Yeah, I'm up here in Eugene, smoking on some new green, checking out some new scenes. And you waiting for Duque.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. You're crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there.
Is there a lot of that?
Or something. My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
You gonna jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in there?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The pants.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead so for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Rushing it out. McAfee with the refreshing play. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out the form, Herbie.
Oh, man. Let's see the toes.
We need just the
They look pretty good.
Legs together, right?
action.
It's electrifying here in Happy Valley. We're lucky to be here. And, the way you win this is you have be the first 300 people here and you get a ticket. And then we randomly select a ticket, and that person gets an opportunity to kick a 33-yard field goal for an undetermined amount of money. This week, we had our man, William, right? What's your name?
William, yes, sir.
You won the raffle, and you said, I don't want to kick because I suck at kicking. Is that accurate?
More or less.
What is your major here?
I'm a finance major.
Okay, so money decision was, I suck at this. Let me try to find somebody who's good at this. How did you land on my man here, and what are your hopes in him?
Well, I was looking around. I saw my man. He said he plays soccer, and I was like, this is my guy right here. My guy Carson. I have faith in him, so I know he's going to get it done.
All right, you're Carson, right? You played high school soccer. Is that accurate?
I did play high school soccer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you ever kicked a ball before?
Other than not football, soccer.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're terrible at this. It's $100,000. Are you guys splitting that 50-50?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll make it $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Okay? You only get one kick, though. You've gamed the ticket game, which I appreciate and respect. It's up to $300,000. $150 for both of you. Only one kick, though, Herbie. We're not doing anything. I don't care how many Staters chant for another kick. Only one, Herbie. Played high school soccer. He's a good player.
We got a problem here.
That's right. It's a whiteout. It could be a special day. You could help out your guy, William, in winning $150,000. One kick, 300,000, two.
You're a good man.
This minute, Carson, congratulations.
You crushed that.
William, way to go. It has been an expensive year out here at the field goal kick. Carson, I'm proud of you, buddy. 300,000, 150 to you, 150 to you. Good finance decisions were made. And the first top six whiteout has a magical vibe and an expensive one. We are. Thank you. Goodbye.
I think that might. Maybe they should have turned.
All roads leading to Eugene, and I can't help but say, hey, hey. You make me wanna jump, put my hands up and pick my heels up and all again now. A little bit something now, 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 a little bit louder 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 now, a little bit louder. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great day in Oregon. You know, we go to Cannon. OH! We are! Thank you. I love this. Let me go ahead and cock that thing. Boom on! Boom on! Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Roughnecks. We got engineers, we got doctors, we got economists. We got real tests that have real implications happening. And all of these sons of said, give me college game day. Instead of studying, I had some questions about coming out here to Berkeley, but after experiencing it, it is very evident that this is one of the best cities in this here United States of America. USA, 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 USA. And this represents everything that is great with this country, with our sport. It doesn't matter which way you view the world. It doesn't matter which part of the country you're from. College football runs through our soul. And that is what a celebration today is all about. I am thankful to be here amongst these nerds and future geniuses and future people that are going to run this place. It's an honor to be in Berkeley. It's foggy. I think there's some skunks that died down the street, but this is awesome.
Young people all across this country, if you served in the military, we want you to know that when you get out of the military, no matter how long you serve, there are veterans benefits that you've earned. Make sure that you find out about those. They can help you get started with a new home. They can help you get started in business. They can send you to school or get vocational training. Look, this isn't about the old stuffy VA that you heard about from your relatives, your parents. This is about a VA that's focused on one thing and one thing only. That's our veteran. So you know that you're out there. We love you. We support you. This secretary wants you to know these benefits are for you. Don't let them for somebody else. They're there for you and the service that you did. You raised your right hand. Now let us raise our hand and serve you. Pat, y'all have a great day down there.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderbolt. On this BA day, hour 3 begins now.
Football!
Not a bad little throw, huh?
Pretty sweet.
See, the last time I go, that's A.J. Hawk. That's 47-year football coach, Super Bowl champion, Bruce Arians, known as quarterback whisperer. Last time I was trying to go over top of it, and I actually missed a little bit on my side of the camera, so it never crossed in front of the camera. So this time I was trying to shade the right side of that particular camera right there. I missed it a little high right, but I threw it out of bounds. Nobody was catching it. If my guy wasn't getting it, nobody was getting it. Unlike Jalen Hurts last night. That was rude, B.A. He didn't deserve that. Tough night, tough night. Two interceptions and a fumble, one interception and a fumble on one of the plays. The Eagles lose to the Chargers. Congrats to the Chargers getting a win in overtime. A lot goes wrong for Philadelphia. They still could have and maybe even should have won that game. Got a lot of talent. Who knows what they'll be going forward. Talks the tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here.
Yes, sir.
And live from Hammer, Dahn is AP Tone. Now, boys, big story of the day is Phil Rivers.
Yeah.
Is
huge.
He's back with the Indianapolis Colts. He's a grandpa. He's 44 years old. You're a grandpa as well, right?
Yes, indeed.
It's awesome. You feel good?
You want to play for the Colts?
Well, hold on now. He's quarterback whisperer.
I'm
Not
73, bro.
Well, it might not matter, especially with Phil Rivers. So we have seen Phil Rivers spin it 5 years ago, most recently. He is semifinalist for Hall of Fame. That will be changing to another 5 years from whenever he plays his last game. So he's been out of the game completely for 5 years. That's a pretty steadfast rule for players to get into the Hall of Fame. He has not taken a snap. He has not done anything. But there's a chance he knows this offense better than he's ever known it before. J.J. Watt broke some news. He does these production meetings. Fun fact, learned in production meetings, says CBS broadcaster J.J. Watt. Phillip Rivers ran the same offense as the Colts for his son Gunner's high school team this season. Wow. He and Shane Steichen spoke weekly about it, discussing plays, film, audibles, options, better plays to call it better times. Let me tell you what I did for Gunner, dadgummit, maybe to Shane Steichen. So familiarity with the scheme should be no problem whatsoever. Does that change anybody's mind? Huh? This guy fucking knows the scheme better than a coach.
Wow.
The coach was hired because he's an offensive guru. Now we got two offensive gurus talking to each other. That's the magic that Toyotathon was being talked about with Jordan Love. This is the magic right here, H. And I know you were positive about it from the beginning, but everything I'm learning, everything I'm seeing, everything I'm feeling is only getting more and more to the point of I could see it. Grandbaby in right hand, Lombardi in left hand. dadgummit coming out of his mouth, thanking the Lord, thanking Jesus, thanking his family, thanking the Colts for an opportunity. And then 5 years from that moment, when's the Super Bowl this year? February what?
9th, 8th, 9th.
February 10th.
Yep.
2031.
Okay.
Phil Rivers will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Okay? That's what's possible. That's what's happening. In this tweet, maybe solidifies that. Your thoughts, AJ?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah. We heard the tweet, I believe, that Schefter put out. It's more going to be a physical situation than a mental, right? And
I think we're talking mental right now.
I know. Hey, no. This just goes to add to the mental part of it. Phil, not only does Phil know this offense, he's been teaching this offense to kids this whole year in the offseason. So he has so many mental reps already involved. I'm sure he gets out there and slangs and got to show the boys, especially in 7-on-7, maybe a team period where he feels like they need some energy. I bet Phil may have strapped the pads on a few times this year with the boys and got out there.
He actually said that he did. And let's just see an immediate reaction from the people around X. Steve Harrison says, so you're saying the Colts run a high school offense?
Oh, gee.
Hey, Steve, that ain't the fucking first reaction, pal, okay? That can't be that. That cannot be what you say immediately. BA's having a hell of a time over here. He is having a hell of a time over here. I mean, he's got more mobility than Phillip Rivers in the last 35, 40 seconds here. He dropped his earpiece, his pack. Like, welcome back, baby.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, baby. Hell yeah. I was dreaming about being Phillip.
As you should.
It was a nightmare, brother.
No, I don't love that at all. Steve Harrison's immediate response is that we run a high school offense. I'd like to say that Phil Rivers, who has run so many offenses, decided the best offense for his kid, and it's this offense. But that is a very, very interesting point. That I did not like that it was.
I mean, I thought, no. Oh, you tell me high school teams run the pro offense? That's how I think. Not the other way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why Steve Harrison is part of the problem. Steve Harrison's first.
Too negative.
Yeah, very negative. And I didn't need to see that. I go to the bathroom. I see J.J. Watt's tweet. Yes. Scroll down. First thing I see, because he sees Pat McAfee Show, this guy going, hey, oh, okay. This is good. You guys are running a high school offense in Indianapolis. Like, how is that your first thought? So then I responded to him, don't do that, okay? Fucking don't do that. Don't do it. You can't do that. So that's how I was introduced to a great piece of information for optimism for the Indianapolis Colts with Phil Rivers. And you know what? Keep stacking those chips, Phil. Well, you should hear what they're saying about you, Phil. Phil, they're saying terrible things about you. They're saying he can't move. They're saying what BA just did to pick up his pack because his ass hit the microphone 3 times and he bent over, touched his toes, has alligator shoes. Clean ass shoes on. He was down there doing a dance. Phil, they don't think he can do it. BA, you just learned this information now. He fucking is teaching the offense. That's what AJ said. That's a good point, AJ. This guy knows the offense may be better than anybody on the team. Maybe better than Shane Steichen because he's a quarterback at the NFL level, so maybe he takes it in a different... Does that change your opinion on how this is going to go? You think he's going to get hit? Yeah, right. He knows the offense. He's going to have that check.
Yeah, I mean, the mental part of it, he's got down pat. It's the physical part. Can you still do it?
Yes, he's Phil Rivers. That's why he throws like this, remember?
He does. He does. Like this. He has very unique throwing motion, but you still got to move around in that pocket, and you're going to get hit. And at 44, those hits do not come real nice.
Yeah, well, he can't be on any of the science either, I guess, because he's going to be drug tested immediately. Because they have some recovery stuff. It's actually pretty crazy what these pharmacists have been able to do.
Oh, yeah. Have we had eyes on Phillip Rivers? So, like, have you seen him physically? Is he like...
I think he's maybe wearing a little sweatsuit right now, just trying to knock some stuff.
Former players, a lot of times you go one or two ways.
What about the high school football coach?
Yeah, he's still probably out there like Pete Carroll in practice spinning it. I mean, we'll see.
Oh, like
Wednesday, Thursday, we'll see. How.
It won't be the arm. The arm's not going to be a problem because he's throwing it every day with his kids and at practice and doing all that. It's just the mobility part.
Take a hit.
Here's a picture from the state championship game. I do believe he was
looks good.
He looks like Phil Rivers.
Yeah. You also got to keep in mind there's a good chance the power of Christ compels him to win. Not really talking about that. You also want to talk about the power of positivity. We know Shane Steichen is a big...
Hey, we're live. Conti, we're live. I'm live. I am live right now. Okay?
You just said my name.
Conti, you. When are we going to see Phil? Is there a conference coming or anything like that? When will we see him?
His first availability would be tomorrow.
Okay. You've seen him? We've all seen him?
He's in the building. Said hi to him today.
All right, we'll tell him we said hello.
What's he benching?
We're fucking
How's he
pumped.
look?
We're
What's he
pumped this shit.
benching?
All right, we'll see you
Is he
tomorrow. We'll see
jacked?
you tomorrow. We appreciate you. Conti said they're good. That asshole tells me nothing.
Yeah.
That's his job, I guess. But I don't love that he doesn't tell me anything. You know, I'll talk to him, and then something gigantic will roll out 5 minutes later. And I'm like, we just talked about WWE. Your kid wanted you to stop by. You couldn't have just potentially also just given me a little heads up. Oh, I didn't even think about it.
I kind of like that.
I do too.
I don't like rats in the building.
Me too. But it also keeps me in a good spot knowing that they're not going to tell me shit. But it would be cool every once in a while if they send me a text saying, hey, we're signing Phil Rivers. Shout out to Conti today.
You boss?
shout out to Conti today. This is the first time like having that relationship. He's the PR. He is the media guy. So like this is the first time in my existence as a media person where that has really paid off. So shout out to Conti. And also, we'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah, you've also made the disclaimer, like, if someone does tell you something, you're in a mic 3-4 hours a day, so it could slip out. So,
right here.
Yeah.
Everybody in my life knows it. Hey, if we have something, there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you would never tie in that to
Says who?
Yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea what's happening out there. You know why? Because we don't have any idea what the hell's going on. What we do know is college football is changing. It is evolving, I believe, or it's going to have to evolve into its next chapter. Everybody's going to have to do it. Utah has made an interesting decision that I think I've heard people talk about, I've heard people chat about, and I think it, in theory, is a good idea. In a groundbreaking endeavor, the University of Utah Athletics is entering into what could be a $500 million plus equity partnership with Autro Capital, featuring the creation and shared ownership of a for-profit entity to operate the athletics. Sources tell Yahoo Sports. So basically, you're just turning the sports department into a business, and then you just split with the university. So like you get super business people in there running a business, which is what college sports is, and then the university benefits off of it from the super smart business people. Now the AD, I believe, is the operating chair of the board. So the AD is certainly in charge of what's going on, but that board is created by a lot of people with a lot of money, with a lot of big brains who are going to have a lot of ideas on how to operate this as its own entity. I think this is smart. I think getting business people involved in a business that is clearly a business is a smart decision. It's just obviously how much do you give up for the $500 million, and what will the future look like for Utah? They're obviously, leveraging something. What will they be leveraging that is unforeseeable? None of us will know, but I like the idea of operating a business like a business, AJ, which is certainly a decision that was made here by Utah.
For sure, and you have to get creative if you got to bring in the type of money that it takes to try to compete in college football right now. Luckily, they say Utah, I believe, in the last tweet, it says they have majority and they retain decision-making powers. That's the biggest thing I thought of. I'm thinking you can bring all this money in, but these business people want to try to tell you who you can go after, how much you can offer a certain recruit, all that stuff. Like, they're going to want something. They're bringing money. They're going to want some kind of power.
I think the hope would be that they're coming with ideas on how to turn this into a profitable business so they can get their money back. Like, I think that is probably what their main role will be. Utah maintaining majority, obviously smart for any business owner that gets into any type of investment with anybody. Having the final say or the most say is good. But having new ideas or a lot of things being like influenced by super smart people who you're business partners with into your decision making is obviously a good thing. I hope this works because I would like to see other people do this, because there's a lot of ADs that aren't necessarily the best business people. Like if you have to run hundreds and hundreds of $1 million budget, okay, and you've never done that before, or you're not good at that, why not task getting a shit ton of money, obviously giving up a little bit, but also getting bigger brains into the conversation for you? I think it's smart if you find the right people. If you find the right people and give up the right amount, that is a lot to decide and a lot to figure out. But I feel like this is a smart decision, and I assume that there's a lot of other schools being pitched right now. Like, hey, let us come in and help on the athletic side of this. I couldn't even imagine like an Ohio State. Not that you guys would, but think about the valuation of Ohio State athletics and what you could get. 30%. We'll give up 30% of this so you can get a guaranteed check right now for the rest of it. It's like I'm kind of in the middle of that process with our company here, thinking about it, trying to figure out like what's right, what's not right. And once you see like valuation numbers and what's possible, so I still have full control and everything like that. Yeah. And what is this? Well, this is what you're getting for it. This much has to be spent on the company. This one gets sent to you and the boys. It's like, why the fuck?
Nice.
There has to be something that I'm missing here. There has to be something that I'm missing. And it's future earnings. right? Because obviously you're giving up a percentage. So you're taking the bite now, not realizing that the food might be better in the future. So it's like it's a fascinating dilemma anytime anybody gives up shares or percentages of a business that they own 100% of. But man, sometimes a $500 million, like a couple $100 million check can really look enticing to make everything more comfortable in a crazy time of transition. It's just like, if you get the right partner too, they'll probably make you that money back.
Yeah, that's what they all hope. It's a win for everybody. That's the hope. Yeah.
You got to pick the right partner, though. Like, you got to pick the right people. There's a lot of dipshits out there that have fallen into their parents' money, and all of a sudden, hey, I got a good idea. It's like, you fucking have done nothing. So why don't you get the fuck out of my face? Yeah, but I do not care. I'm not dealing with this human for the rest of my life. Yeah, right. This guy, rest of my life? No way. But maybe, yeah, fuck off. But if the check's big enough, there isn't people that do all that. And think about that. So some people get locked into terrible situations. I've read tons of brutal stories of getting the wrong partner and the wrong investment while receiving a big payday and it ruining everything. So there's a lot of fear in that. Hopefully Utah Athletics don't have the same situation. Sounds like everybody's in on Utah that is getting into the game, and now they're just going to run it more like a business. I like what they're doing. As for Utah's partnership, in exchange for the upfront cash, Autro will earn a large percentage of annual revenues generated from Utah brands and entertainment as it splits funds with the university. An exit strategy in 5 to 7 years exists, and the university holds the right to purchase Autro's ownership stake. So this is just like whenever you watch Shark Tank. So you can get more. So even if you only own 20% of the company, the first 10 years, 80, 70% of that money can be trying to fill up for that 20%. It all depends on how much you're paying back, when you're paying it back. So this entire thing, the way it's structured, we'd have to dive into more. But it feels like they're going to be getting their money back quickly. And then once we get our money back, now we're back to being split to the percentage that we're at. And if you would like to buy us out, then we can move.
Well, and because of how like college football is now and just college sports in general, you wonder if the highest level of the NFL, there's people in those front offices now that might get poached to go and kind of do this type of job, just because if coaches are going to do it, let's say you're bringing a guy down, and then it's like, hey, also now that we're selling our entire athletics department, is there someone perhaps that will then come and run the entire athletic business as a whole?
Turning our athletics department into its own corporation, basically, is what you're doing there. Cody Campbell kind of did this at Texas Tech. So Cody Campbell, whenever he was talking to us, he was like, well, we did Texas Tech. We would like to do that for like the country. And a lot of people are saying, this guy's just looking out for Texas Tech. He's like, no. We're really okay here. We're on the largest oil field in the world. Yeah. That's what he said. We're A-okay here. Okay, and the reason why I learned about all this shit is because I was realizing what I was allowed to do for Texas Tech, and then I realized, oh shit, this is not.
We're gonna dominate.
This is not only that, but this is not sustainable for everything. And he said 183 sports or 183 programs got dropped.
Yeah.
Something like that in college sports. Women in Olympic sports, 183 of them got dropped. So Cody Campbell wanted to turn the business of Texas Tech, which is what it has, Texas Tech Athletics, a business, into like what the NCAA could become. And then he's got a bunch of politicians that are just saying, well, that ain't worth our time. We're not supposed to do that. Other people are supposed to do it. But it's like, this is a business. It needs to be treated as such and run that way. And if you get enough businesses to come together, maybe you can make some structure too to go forward. Maybe that's the answer.
Yeah, and that's what he said. Like, there are 80, I can't remember what the exact number was, but I think it was between 80 and 90% of athletic departments in Division I are operating on a deficit every year. Like, they're not making any money. So it's like, how long is that sustainable? It's not.
Yeah, well, Virginia Tech invested a bunch of money into athletics, right? And you guys are expecting in doing so, like, hey, house needs to be filled. We need to be doing our stuff. We need to keep it moving, right? That is kind of the goal. It's a full business. And I like this move by Utah. I'm pumped they're doing it.
It feels like the future.
Yeah.
It's in the in the Big Ten trying to do this? Because Michigan's fighting something.
There's something going on there, right?
I think that got shut down pretty quick.
Okay, so the last time I heard about this, I do not know what you guys were referring to. You'd have to inform me a little bit. Tone might be able to speak or elaborate on that, and maybe this one a little bit. Florida State was trying to get money so that they could buy their way out of the TV deal with the ACC, so they could then move to the SEC, I believe was the thing. And it was like $750 million or something is what they were going to have to get. That different than this situation, because this is a business partnership as opposed to a loan, pretty much, is what they were doing, giving up a percentage of their thing so that they could pay off and get the hell out of town while trying to re-earn that. This feels a little bit different. What's the Michigan thing, Tone? I haven't heard this. Is there a Big Ten thing going on?
So the Big Ten is thinking about or exploring selling off a portion of its media rights deal to a private equity. And some of the schools Don't love that.
Oh, so they're going to try to double dip on the TV deal.
It tiered them basically. So
Yes.
it was like these schools will earn this much money back, and then you drop down a tier, and then these schools are in that tier, and then you drop down another tier. And I think they couldn't come to an agreement. Like certain schools were like, "Fuck this, we're not in this tier. This is bullshit." So you're telling us we should be, getting the same kickback as like a Rutgers? No, that's not how this is gonna work. So ultimately, like the last I read is that it kind of fell apart pretty quick.
It's crazy how businessy this is all going to get. Like this is just the start of it. If you have good information on how business is done and good experience in it, I think there's a lot of jobs opening up in sports, college sports. I think there's about to be a lot of jobs opening up. Boy, there's going to be some terrible hires.
No doubt.
Oh my God, there's going to be some doofuses put in charge of some of these college athletics, and it's going to go into the shitter. That's kind of
But the good ones will absolutely rise to the top very quickly.
Definitely. It'll be obvious, too. It'll be quite a bonus. And it's not just like, obviously, the football team will reap the benefits. All of the sports will reap the benefits if it's run like a good business. And there's obviously just different levels to business running. And with how many there's going to, oh, my God, there's going to be shite.
Oh, yeah.
But those people are put in positions of power because they're super smart. So will they ever admit that it was shite? And if they never admit that it's shite, is there ever a chance to save it?
They'll put a great PowerPoint deck together to show you, though, how good it is, how good they made it.
Yeah, but we're watching all your teams suck.
They'll also be paid handsomely, so will they even give a fuck?
Nope.
It's like if you're making a shitload of money and it doesn't work, it's like, okay, well, thanks for paying me.
And that's coming from the state then? That would be coming from the state employee? Because University of Utah is main owner? Like LSU, whenever the governor got involved?
Public schools, how's it work?
I don't know how that works. All right, good luck.
Go get him.
Good luck.
A lot of money coming into college ball.
Yep.
$500 million, that's for Utah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Shout out Utah. Love Utah. Beautiful school, beautiful state, beautiful people, beautiful everything. Okay, I love Utah. $500 million for them. Couldn't even fathom what the fuck Ohio State would be.
No, Bama.
Oh, my God. Bama. I mean, I guess even Georgia, all the champs.
All those college football playoff teams.
LSU.
Oh.
Multiple sports.
Texas.
LSU has all the sports stuff.
Yeah, Texas.
Fucking Notre Dame.
Why isn't a Governor Jeff Landry currently visiting with VCs right now? Hey, you want some of our sport?
He might be.
Want some of our sport? We can fucking make up this Brian Kelly contract. Everybody call me a fucking idiot. We paid that guy. I just got fucking a $3 billion valuation. I said, wait till you see our fucking gymnastics. We've won fucking every national championship. Boom, not $1 billion. Now I go to our fucking baseball team. Look, we sell this play. Boom, not $1 billion.
Boom.
Lane Kiffin, our coach. Boom, not $1 billion. We got fucking Gator Hunt team, undefeated. Boom, not a couple million. I mean, he could potentially wheel and deal right now.
Oh, yeah.
And get a lot of money for the state. Does that money go to the state then? Oh, man, there's so many questions. I'm not getting into it.
I'm not getting a big chunk. You got to get a big chunk, right?
You know what we should need to start focusing on? Us more? Sports that are happening around the world. Because, what was that guy's name who did that show where he traveled to a bunch of places and played all their sports?
Mike Rowe.
No, that's Dirty Jobs, but I do appreciate Mike Rowe. I like Mike Rowe. I think he had a great voice.
He's great. Still does.
Great writer, the whole thing. I'm a big fan of Mike Rowe. I don't think he was playing any sports. I think he was doing jobs, actually, dirty ones. There was a guy, I forget his name.
Oh, you're right. Did he play for the Giants?
Bengals, maybe, too?
Bengals. He was the Bengals linebacker. Oh, he's awesome. Great personality.
I don't want to say the wrong name. I watched the show.
Bad, I forget.
Love the show.
Perfect.
What's that?
Vontaze?
No, not Vontaze.
No, he played football. He was a really hard hitter, from what I've been told.
Dhani Jones.
He's on the staff at...
Who?
Yep, Dhani Jones.
Dhani Jones.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Dhani Jones traveled the world and, tried their sports out. And I watched, I'm like, yes, this is the job that I would like. I think I'd be able to be good at all these sports because it was a lot of different forms of athleticism, weird sports, tiny town sports. And, I got interested in all these. There it is. Dhani tackles the glove. Hey, great show, Dhani. I don't know how many times anybody's told you that. in a long time. He did good, too. They put him in some very awkward sports, and I think he performed well and represented well. But we here at the program have tried to spotlight sports and leagues happening around the world since the beginning of time.
Oh, yeah.
We rode with the Korean baseball and Japanese baseball through COVID. I mean, we got after Aussie rules football during COVID. We'll talk about anything if it's great. Let's go to Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, they have a volleyball rally here that needs to be seen. That man right there serving, hey, from Cuba, named
Miguel Lopez.
He's an absolute beast. In volleyball, you think to yourself, well, how exciting can it be? Well, how about let's just sit here and watch this for the next 20 minutes as these dudes keep the ball off the court. We're talking insane defense, great setting, hey, powerful spikes and movement around the court that I don't think the Osaka Blueton, formerly known as the
Panasonic something
Panthers, they have never seen effort like this. This is a back row attack from the guy from Cuba. He jumped from 10 feet behind the net to do that. Absolutely slaughtered the ball. It really got grimy out here. The ball is still in the air. Still in the air. Still up. They're battling. Winded. Gas. Who's going to win? Blue team says, how about us? Eat some, red team. The Osaka blue team remains supreme. They took a timeout. Everybody relax for the next 20, 30 minutes. But I just want to let you know, men's volleyball in Japan is going absolutely ham. So if you happen upon it, maybe watch a little bit.
That's incredible.
Look at that crowd.
I know.
BA, what do you think about the rally you just saw there? At least 25,000.
Unbelievable. I mean, I'm a huge volleyball fan, too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Love Olympic volleyball, men's and women. And, I mean, I've gotten in. Women's sports are so good now. Like, I watch the World Series, the softball World Series, more than I do the men's World Series.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. Softball, great sport. Soccer, great sport. Basketball, we dominate women's side of it. And volleyball is incredibly explosive. In America, it's blowing up, right? What happens in Nebraska? They sell out how many?
Oh, yeah. They sold out the football stadium. It was like 80,000 or something.
Yeah. And we have a women's professional volleyball team, I think, here in Indianapolis. I believe it's up there in Fishers. They kind of have a whole league. They sell out and fill up. I think women's volleyball and volleyball sport as a whole on the rise. And it's for good reason. Sport is electric.
It really is. It's so exciting. And the athletes that are playing are just amazing.
Yeah, that dude from Cuba right there, he has a back row hit. So he's served. So obviously he's in the back row. There's three in the front row. Him. He's in the back row. They probably put him. He's actually in the one position, which is where he's supposed to serve, but it's floating. Obviously, zones. He's in the back. He's not allowed to go up to the net and spike it. You know, like you're not allowed to do that. How lacrosse has rules where the forwards are allowed to do something, and defense is not allowed to do something. In volleyball, front row is allowed to be up at the net. Back row not allowed to spike or jump or put the ball over the net from in front of the 10-foot line. So him going from the back row is what it would be called. I don't think it's this one. It would be the next one. He flies and soars. I couldn't imagine this guy playing football or any of these other sports. It's about to happen right now. It's about to happen. I mean, yeah, watch him. It takes off. That's from he's flying. I think he's at 8.5 feet. I think 10 feet from back, and he's just jumping all the way. It's an insane sport.
So fun to play.
It really is.
Another sport we'd be pretty.
Oh yeah,
beach volleyball. We need to play beach volleyball.
Oh yeah. That's a workout, too.
Yeah, and we're youngest, So for beach volleyball, we'd win strictly because we're the youngest.
Oh, yeah. But speaking of
and effort
sports around the world, I don't know if you guys watched or not. Abu Dhabi. Lando Norris was crowned as the F1 champion.
What sport?
What sport? F1, Formula One, the pinnacle. He was crowned first champion. Congratulations, Lando Norris, McLaren. He was crowned Drivers' Championship in Abu Dhabi for F1. Speaking of sports around the world.
When did that happen?
Sunday. That was also ESPN's sign-off from F1 coverage. Now it moves to Apple TV.
Well, congrats to Lando.
Yep.
The last real champion.
I thought Brad Pitt won.
I
thought the
Sonny?
same.
Sonny.
That was a story. That was like a story time. He was the first ever champion.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
That was maybe.
Is he on?
That is what.
Is that movie live?
I think it's coming to Apple TV very soon. Maybe this week.
Made a shit ton of money.
It did.
Where?
Documentary.
Oh, it's been on Apple TV.
No, you can buy it, but I think it's
Yeah, you can
free
buy it
to
on Apple
stream.
TV, right?
I remember thinking how cool that movie was going to be, and then I was like, hey, it's F1, though.
People said it's good.
Great movie.
Well, Tom Cruise's people did it, right?
Yeah, the guy who directed Top Gun did it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Michael Bay?
No. It's Joseph Kaczynski. Show him a little respect.
And then what? Bruckheimer was the.
Michael Bay helped.
F1, the movie, begins its streaming video on demand run on Apple TV on Friday, December 12th.
Man, nailed it.
So if you want to know what's going to happen with Phillip Rivers here, just watch that movie.
See, you're living in a fairy tale land.
Same
I'm
story,
living in reality.
Sonny.
He won, I thought.
I'm living in reality right now. Okay, you're in a fairy tale land.
I'm trying to
with
get
Brad Pitt.
That's the only way I get to a positive place.
Oh, so it's a good outcome?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was bad outcome. It's good outcome?
I don't want to ruin the movie.
Please don't.
I'm not going to watch it.
But it's an old guy who comes back. He was long in the tooth. He gets in the car. A young man's game. And he did his thing.
Okay.
But that doesn't ruin the movie.
I do.
Guess I don't have to watch it
I
now.
knew Pitt was going to win. I did not.
No. You got to watch the movie.
Now we know what he lost.
I'm going to. I wasn't going into it expecting Brad Pitt to not fucking.
So what's he doing? He's doing the Indy 500. It's
He was a guy, he did all type of racing all around the world, different type of shit. And then obviously F1 the pinnacle, he gets a call from one of his old buddies.
Javier Bardem.
He was in a tight spot with the team. They basically had to win and get points to get money and keep the team and all this shit. Damson was his co-star. He's the other young hot shot. And then this guy's
what's the pinnacle?
This guy talks about lacrosse, right? Jeez, unbelievable. But yeah, you gotta watch him. Great movie.
Okay. All right.
Regardless if you
first
like
30
sport or
minutes.
not. Great movie.
First 30 minutes was good.
See?
As good as Ford and Ferrari?
Oh.
To be honest, no.
Ford vs. Ferrari is a very good movie. But,
Ford vs. Ferrari was a good fucking movie. Yeah, it was a good movie. What's another one? Cars? No,
that's the one.
Cars 2.
That's
Cars
the one.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, Days of Thunder.
Yeah, boom.
Cars 2, Cars 3.
I don't know if fucking G1 Brad Pitt can hold a fucking torch towards Cars.
Pinnacle.
Larry the Cable Guy?
I was going to. Larry the Cable
Yeah.
should. They actually wanted him for Brad Pitt's role. Sonny.
He said, I'm not doing
Yeah,
it. It's G1.
Sir Lewis Hamilton
Mater's
was in
World.
that movie too, in Cars.
Is he the youngest sir?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrity sir.
Probably.
Who's the youngest celebrity sir? And can you even get sirred anymore because the queen passed away?
Yes.
Kind of all celebrity
You can be
stars
knighted by
now.
the king now.
Chubby.
Yes.
Yeah, sausage fingies.
King Andrew or whatever the fuck. The weirdo.
Also,
Doesn't sweat
he's
either.
also a Broncos co-owner.
Chubby fingers.
The youngest person to be knighted in modern times for celebrity public services, often cited as Dame Ellen MacArthur, 28 damehood, while the youngest male knight is Sir Andy Murray at 20. Oh, Sir's doing this all the time. However, right? This is seemingly every year, 28, 29.
Is it like giving him a key to the city? Is that similar?
To a country, maybe. I don't know. I don't fully understand. But
Like Sir Nick Faldo, we know him.
And Montana doesn't, which was part of the problem. That was part of the problem whenever we were up there. You know Sir Nick Faldo?
Yes.
Great golfer.
Yes.
Montana was not happy he was their picker.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, that was. How's the golf game? We playing still or no?
Oh, yeah, really good, really good. Not too much this week. A lot of rain, a lot of cold weather. Hope back in the 60s this week, so we'll get back out there.
How's football season going from your perspective? You think you've enjoyed watching this year as much?
I've loved it. Yeah, I mean, probably watching more than I've ever watched for this reason. Being here, and it's been a blast.
What are you more impressed with or less impressed with whenever it comes to maybe other coaches or other shit going on around the league? From
I'm very, very impressed with college football and how good it's getting. I was definitely against the portal to begin with, all for NIL, but the portal's made it pretty exciting.
So you think college football better than it's ever been whenever it comes quality-wise? Because the NFL used to be. So it was hard for me. I went back to a high school football game once I got to the Colts, and I'm like, God damn, this is terrible football. Like, you're watching it. It's like, this is not good football. Like, it's fun. It's Friday Night Lights. I like what's happening here. But, like, just the amount of shit that's happening in the NFL, first, the amount of shit that's happening in high school is just vast. You got different people playing, obviously. Different, maybe even species playing whenever you watch some of those games. And then college, I talked to some NFL guys. It's like college is pretty basic, too. College is pretty basic stuff because you got to get everybody on the same page. Then the NFL, that's why it's such a difference. Feels like what you're saying is like, hey, college is actually becoming better sport, better game, everything like that, you think? Or
yeah, the excitement on campuses all over the country and the amount of money being spent. I mean, you got college coaches making more than NFL coaches now. Yeah. And coordinators making more. I mean, coordinators making $3 million in college. That was unheard of. I mean, $3 million head coach 10 years ago was huge. Now they're making 12, 15.
College ball up and to the right.
Big time.
That's why if you can get an investment in one of these sports, I think you go ahead and do that. How about college hoops? That's happening right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who's good?
The usual suspects right now. Conference play has kind of just started. So I'd say after the New Year is when we really kind of get into the teeth but Duke, Michigan State, Arizona,
Michigan.
Big one tonight.
Florida,
UConn and Florida.
Who's playing tonight? Go?
UConn and Florida.
Who do we like? Who do we like college-wise?
UConn's very good. I do like the Big Ten this year. Michigan State's good. Iowa's good. Illinois is very good. Florida's also very good.
What about West Virginia?
They just got waxed.
West Virginia's doing well. Yeah,
Arizona
Purdue got smacked.
Arizona's ranked number 1 in the nation right now, and they have Koa Pete, who committed on this show.
Oh, yeah,
You
and I
remember
think he
that.
went crazy right in his debut.
Yeah, I think he's very good.
Shout out to Koa, dude. Appreciate you, Koa, for letting us be a part of that. Yeah, they're number 1 team in the country. I just say 8-0 right now. Jeez Louise. Michigan.
Boozer's kid's doing it at Duke, right?
Yeah.
Very good as well.
And then Mello's kid is up in Syracuse.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he's awesome to watch. His highlights are sick. And the way he operates, I like that those types of humans. I like that those types of humans still exist. I like that that's happening out there. Arizona, Michigan, Duke, Iowa State. Wow.
Iowa State just came to Purdue, who was number 1, and beat the fucking shit out of them. Beat it by like 20.
Is this women's or this is men's?
I assume one's, or is this 2 different
Coaches
polls?
and AP.
Yeah.
Okay, but is this men's or
men's?
Okay, because women's, we know Audie Crooks got Iowa State at 1, right?
I don't think they're number 1, but they're certainly up there.
So Iowa State kind of runs Iowa when it comes to
Well,
sports.
I don't know because Iowa's women's team is also undefeated, but we just we don't want to.
They play pretty soon.
They do.
Audie takes on Iowa.
Yeah, Cyhawk series is this week. The men play on Thursday. I don't know when the women play.
You guys are fucked. She's unstoppable. Audie Crooks is unstoppable.
She averaging 40 a game now? Honestly, what is she averaging?
Damn near.
The points per minute thing is going to be historic, absolutely record breaking. She's my favorite player. She's my favorite player.
We also got a bad Mama Jamma on our team as well.
She's not Audie Crooks.
Definitely not, but she's gonna make it tough for her.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m., Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hey, look at that.
At Iowa State. It's almost like we knew this stuff whenever we're talking about the Apple movie.
Yeah.
It's this Friday. Talk about this game. It's right now. It's almost like we prepared and knew this stuff was all about to happen. This is sports, baby. Speaking of sports, baseball is happening. Did you hear, AJ? I don't know if you heard this. The Pittsburgh Pirates are going to offer $120 million to Schwarber.
I believe they did.
So what does that mean? They said, hey, we have this in our bank account. We will prove it to you.
Yes.
They opened their app, say, hey, here's the amount of money that we have. We are going to offer you that, Mr. Kyle Schwarber, because we need a good bat to go along with these pitchers that we have here in Pittsburgh. If we were to spend $120 million on a player, that would be more than our entire fucking payroll for the rest of the team. This would be a big move. They actually were going to do that to Schwarber, or did they know they were going to get outbid and it was never going to happen? They just wanted to do it to make a move.
No, they definitely offered that, but my whole thing was kind of like the Pirates. You can't offer the same as what like the Phillies were going to offer, or like the Red Sox, or like one of these teams who like that. That is part of being in Pittsburgh. Is they would have had to offer 4 years, $160 million. You gotta bump up that average annual
Tax.
value exactly to go play in Pittsburgh. But they actually did. They did offer.
Sure. So Schwarber got an offer from the Pittsburgh Pirates. He got an offer from the Red Sox, it sounds like, and he stays with the Phillies.
He re-signed with the Phillies. Yeah, 5 years, $150 million.
Good for Schwarber, friend of the program.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 years, 150. That's good living. Continue to bomb those balls. Phillies had a hot run into the playoffs and then quick fizzle out in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same deal. It's tough because they have the Mets in their division who are, will spend whatever it takes, and then obviously the Dodgers in the NL as well.
Okay, so speaking of both those teams, Edwin Diaz, trumpets, man.
Yeah.
Legend from a couple years back for the New York Mets. He's heading to the Dodgers.
Yep.
He's gone. What's this all about? Why didn't he come to the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Because he wants to win.
Come on.
It's pretty straightforward.
He wants to win, yeah.
And that's what happens when somebody signs with the Dodgers at this point. It's like almost whenever you get an offer from the Dodgers, it's a congratulations.
Especially when you don't have to, if the offers are kind of anywhere similar, it's kind of like a why wouldn't you,
Is Scooble going to the Dodgers?
That hasn't been so there's a lot of rumors that he is going to be traded at the winter meetings, and it's kind of the same, like the Yankees are interested, the Dodgers are interested, the Red Sox are interested, like all these big teams who will be able, because he's going to get a massive contract. So one of these, teams with a big payroll, the Mets, like they're probably, if he does get traded, it's going to be to someone like that.
People aren't going to be happy.
If he goes to the Dodgers, yeah, people are going to be really
He's going to the Red Sox, they're saying.
I like that the Pirates are getting active. Congrats to your Red Sox.
Have they signed anybody?
No, but remember, we potentially almost tried to attempt to offer $80 million before.
Yep, they traded for the password, Josie Nixon.
Great player.
Password from the Red Sox. Good young
Make him
ball
move.
player.
Gonna mix him.
He is. He can mash the ball, actually.
His name's Password?
Yeah, it's just his nickname because
Nickname.
no one knows how to pronounce his name. Really.
Yeah, his first name's like Yosti Nixon. I don't know what his last name is.
So Password just...
That's just a cool nickname.
It's kind
they
of like
gave him.
I think there was some guy in the NHL, same deal, like some Russian guy. Who, like no one is like, how the fuck did this guy's name's Password now? No one knows how to fucking pronounce his name.
I have a
Bunch
couple
of
of those
letters.
in my life. We just kind of looked at the guy and said, "This your name now?"
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to happen. Password's a pretty good nickname, though.
Sick.
Big news for America. Schwarber's got $150 million for the next 5 years. He's also playing for the United States of America in a World Baseball Classic. Hey, I think we're actually trying to stack team.
We definitely are.
I think USA is trying to stack team. I think United States of America baseball players saw what happened last time when Japan beat the United States of America in a massive moment. Shohei was pitching against Mike Trout in the ninth for the World Baseball Classic. Kind of everything you would want.
Hell yeah.
But United States baseball players, I think they didn't appreciate that they lost that. I think they're trying to put a very good team up front. And I think people are even changing their training for the offseason. Guys are changing.
Oh, so we got a real shot to win this.
Are we juicing again? Are we juicing again or no?
I don't know if we're juicing. I think they have pretty good testing in that whole thing at this stage of stuff. But I do know that like the messaging from my source is like, hey, people got hurt. That's because they didn't change their training and they were earlier than what it was supposed to be. So guys are going out there, they weren't ready. So everybody has kind of bumped up their training, I guess, that is committed to the World Baseball Classic so that they're going to be ready. So it's just a longer season that they're going to have next year. So look for maybe tail end of season to potentially have some stuff, maybe a part of it. But I think the mindset for baseball, for MLB, and for the United States, guys, is like a lot of people watch this, a lot of people care.
Love that.
Let's go win this thing. So they're changing their training. It's not just like small names here. Here's the confirmed team USA World Baseball Classic player. Judge, Skeens, Raleigh, Schwarbo, okay? We don't really need to say anything else. Everybody else that is great is playing. So they're treating this like an Olympics.
Yeah.
They're trying to win this thing.
Yeah, it's really like ever since the Olympics got rid of baseball, or I can't remember what they got rid of baseball, and then maybe it came back and it was like only like professional guys weren't playing from the U.S. Like this is the only opportunity you have to represent your country. It is basically like, you know, going to win an Olympic gold medal. So I think guys now are getting to the point where it's like, hey, if there is an injury risk, that is part of it. Hey, just move up your training a little bit because they report so early anyway. So you're kind of just replacing going to spring training with, you know, getting ready for the World Baseball Classic.
From my understanding, we're trying to win that fucking, like it is a
I think,
very, very, very real thing. We are trying to win that thing.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the kind of conjecture around like, hey, Japan is the best baseball country in the world now because of Shohei. I think like some of those guys, it's like, no, they're fucking not. Okay, they might have the best player in the world, but like America is still where the best baseball players are.
Shohei played in this and is going to play in it again.
Correct.
For Japan.
Yes.
So that also puts a lot of...
who are the other, I would assume Dominican Republic, but who are the other?
Yeah, DR will be, they'll be good. Venezuela is usually pretty solid, but it's the U.S. and it's Japan.
Those are two top dogs.
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know if Russia has
got
a
a good
baseball
team.
yet.
No.
Has Russia picked up a baseball bat yet?
Yeah, they got a good team, man. You do not want to see the curveballs they got, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's right.
Splitters?
Splitters.
Sinkers?
The knuckleballs.
Oh, the knuckleballs. They're Wakefield, all of them.
Yeah.
See how much gum they're chewing.
Rest in peace. Odds-on favorites to win the World Baseball Classic?
There we go.
Us.
Oh,
Enough.
it's us. We got it.
USA, Japan, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Mexico, South Korea, Netherlands, Italy.
What?
It's got a hammer.
Dahn.
Guys playing baseball over in Italy? I didn't know that.
Swinging spaghettis.
Yeah, and it's kind of like one of those situations as well where you can kind of have dual nationality, and if you don't make the USA team, you just play for Team Italy.
Okay, I love that. Do that in soccer, it seems like a lot. The other way around, it used to. Cuba, Canada, Colombia. Colombia's got a team.
You don't have to worry about any of these fucking teams.
No, Colombia's got a guy.
Czech Republic.
He does this one here. He sits on it.
Yep.
You never know when it's coming. And he's actually submarine as well.
Okay.
So he comes from here and then it's coming out.
See ya.
What's that?
See a closer?
Well, that's us hitting a fucking 900-foot home run off this guy.
I don't know. Did you see what he was doing?
I did.
He was sitting on it.
I did.
And then he comes right from the fucking next door and right like that.
88, right down the cock. Yeah, Judgy, boom. Cal Raleigh, boom. Bobby Witt Jr., boom. Any other fucking guy in our lineup, boom. Schwarbo, thank you.
Metal bats. They should use metal bats.
For the World Baseball Classic?
WBC. I mean, people will tune in all over the globe. Are you kidding me? Schwarbo, Schwarbo hit 1,200 feet today, guys. You might want to tune in tomorrow. I think they'll get eyeballs.
You're right. Hey, this is not a bad idea. I would like this to be presented to somebody who makes the decision. Who is Mr. and Mrs. World
Just let the pitcher wear a football helmet, I guess. We just don't want the pitchers getting killed, right?
Yeah, I don't know if teams are going to sign off on that. If whoever's playing first base for us, gets hit in the head by a Shohei liner, is in a coma for 8 months and misses the season.
It's for the love of the game.
I mean, fans are in danger too, obviously.
Well, that's
Grow the game.
Yeah, you want to help baseball or not?
Grow the game. You're right.
Bigger nets.
Bing. Imagine the bing. How the hearing that bing on
Shohei
TV.
against Colombia.
Yeah, that guy's submarine, and he's just waiting right here, and his head might get knocked off. We're going to see a fucking fatality on the field. And they'll have to cancel the tournament.
I don't want to see that.
Exactly.
We want a good tournament.
Roll them off the field. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. Where is it?
Riverside.
The World Baseball Classic?
Japan. I think a couple of the games are in Japan. A couple of the games are here.
Yeah. And then the final is in Miami at that beautiful ballpark. Lone Depot Stadium or whatever the fuck it's called.
You don't know the name of the place?
It's a shithole. I think people in Miami absolutely hate it.
It's
the biggest waste of money.
It's a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
And we had a good team, decent team.
Lone Depot Park, Miami, Florida, full D, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. We're going to see a lot of that place. But the weather's going to be awesome, I guess. So.
Bring the fish tank back. When they first built it, they had a fish tank behind it.
Yeah, they got rid of that because people thought it fucking sucked big time. They had this big ass marlin.
Wasn't it behind the plate, wasn't it, or where was it?
No, it was in the outfield.
That wasn't cool?
No, it was just
I thought it was.
Big fucking eyesore. People were like, "Oh, great,
Baseball fans
adding all these fucking tax dollars, so all of us got to pay an extra, $2,000 a month, so you can put a fucking big marlin in the outfield." And guess what? The thing never pops up because the team fucking sucks every year.
And the marlin died.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, mid-game.
What?
Him and Takate.
Jeter came over and killed us.
What? The Marlin?
Maybe this will help.
They left us die.
Yeah, it was awesome. Inside job.
That didn't happen. It feels like that did not happen.
John Carlo, he went to the fucking
Jeet
Yankees.
did really come in, though.
Who else with the Yankees?
Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, Jazz. Yeah.
Jeet wasn't around for that one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
that was David Sampson.
I want to get.
Yeah, just kidding. He wasn't around for that one. But he did say, he's talking about, we'd have a great player and our fans would not like that we were going to trade him. So we'd leak to the media that he was a piece of shit and then trade him and everyone would hate him. And if you think that's the first time that happened, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Yeah, but why does that continue to happen? Don't you think everybody should just get along? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He said that immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
Why can't we all just get along?
Well, you just outed yourself as a massive scumbag. So
you just said you said terrible things about your people just to get yourself out of having to do deals. I mean, you think I'm the only one that does that?
Yeah, that's business, baby.
That was crazy. He was very transparent.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was good on our show. David
His
Sampson
stuff pops up. I see his stuff pop up.
He was good on our show. He said some shit that was just like,
What's his title? What does he do?
Shut up. What are you doing?
I can hear you. What's that?
No, what's his title? What is
I don't think he's still.
He was a super president of the Marlins.
He's a media guy now.
Yeah. Okay. But he knows. I mean, he's been in there. He watched it all happen. B.A., you a baseball guy?
Oh, yeah.
You think USA beats Japan?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You think Phil Rivers? You think Phil Rivers wins the Super Bowl?
No. He'll win a game or two.
Oh, we will? Okay.
We game or two?
We will in a game or two?
Which ones?
I don't know, but he'll win a game or two.
Okay, who's representing
at home?
Who's representing the AFC in the Super Bowl? We can put we'll put the odds up. We can put the top 7 up.
I have to say Denver right now with that defense.
Okay, the Denver Broncos are representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. They're currently number 1. Obviously, the Patriots are tied with them for a record. The Patriots have great defense, have Vrabel, have Drake May balling, have everything going. Denver Broncos, Bo Nix, Sean Payton doing their thing, defense outrageous and getting healthier at the right time. You like the Denver Broncos because of the defense?
Yes, and watch out for the Texans if they get in.
Because of?
Defense.
Okay, now let's go to the NFC. Who do you think will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be Seattle.
That's who Phil Rivers starts his second Colts career with this weekend in Seattle.
Best heckler in the world.
That sign guy?
Yeah.
Unbelievable work.
He's unbelievable. He's one of the best.
I'm excited to see what he has to say about Phil Rivers and being a grandpa.
There'll be great signs coming out.
It certainly should be something. The Seahawks fans are a great fan base. Now, they were out a little bit, and then now they're all the way back in, as they should be. McDonald's a real deal. You think that Sam Darnold could go to a Super Bowl, win an NFC championship, do all that stuff?
I do. He's playing so good with JSN and that whole crew. They're running the ball, that defense. Now, I want to see their defense on the road show up like they do at home.
Okay, so Rams defense not as good as Seahawks defense? Is that what you think? Because Rams offense we think can go with anybody, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think Seahawks defense a little bit better.
Stafford, Darnold, Love. Because Green Bay's defense is outrageous. Seattle's defense can be outrageous. LA's defense can be outrageous. Now you're just picking the offensive side, basically, is what you're getting at.
Yeah, home field advantage will be huge.
Yep.
If it's in Green Bay, I like Green Bay because those other two were definitely warm weather teams.
Yeah, Jordan said, I fucking hate it that it's cold. Yeah, but I mean, we just got to deal with it. What were you saying, D-Bud?
No, I was just ranking the quarterbacks in my head. I would go Stafford, Love, Darnold in that order. And Stafford, he gave the Eagles a run for their money in, shitty weather game in the playoffs. Last year, obviously, Jalen Carter ended up ruining that game. But Lane Johnson's lurking. And I'm still not counting the Eagles out. I know you took them off the fucking graphic.
Hey, so you can't just lose on Monday night.
That defense is still nasty.
I agree. I understand.
That's when they get Jalen back.
Yeah, you get Jalen back. They're nasty.
That's right.
That's Seattle defense. Whew. And Warren, Witherspoon. They got some dogs. Ernest Jones.
And McDonald is a psycho.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty locked in every single snap of every single day. I think he's not going to let them not be good. They went on the road, too. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks are like, 11 and what's their record on the road?
Lost twice on the road because they lost at Los Angeles earlier this year.
So 11 and 2 or something like that on the road? Or no, that can't be.
No, he's won like his first 12 because they just beat the fuck out of Atlanta on the road. So I think he's won like 12 of his first 14 games on the road in the last 2 seasons, McDonald.
Damn.
Yeah,
something like that.
And, yeah, because at home they're not as good, especially with Grandpa Phil coming.
Yeah, we already did this song and dance with Darnold, didn't we?
What do you mean?
Where they're competing for the 1 seed the entire year, and then then they sneak into the playoffs.
It's a different time.
You don't trust them?
Excuse me, not sneak. They get into the playoffs. No, I love it. Seattle versus Denver.
Hey, another shot to shine.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's all we're looking for.
Be a great end of the season.
It is going to be.
It is, yeah.
And we're lucky to be here. Tone, why don't you come on over? We're excited about it all. Coach, we appreciate you.
Amen.
Coach, you wanted to... No. I didn't want to do your putt again. You already fucking...
Can't do
the putt one, we just can't do again.
I'll putt for the team in that big thing.
At the thing? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. That is a good call, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you will.
We need you for that.
The Ex-Athlete Podcast Fest that'll have games involved in it, a decathlon of sort. I'm excited to see who puts that together. That could be really good, though. Good idea.
Could be.
We're the only one with a coach. Super Bowl winner.
And putter.
We'll call Billy McFarland. He's got it.
That's Firefest? I didn't know his last name.
I did.
Yes, you did. Anything for the crew, Coach?
Great show. Better win next week.
Hell yeah. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.